Yo, yo, what up, boys? Uh, just making sure shit's right. You know how it be. You know how it be. What up, though? We're back with another tier list. Hopefully, some people will be joining me soon. Okay, this shit working. This shit working. All right, right now I'm solo. Hopefully, some people will filter in. Let's see. Got another tier list lined up. Biophoenix.
Hey, what's good? Give me one quick sec.
Yeah, sure, bro.
Yep. I just got to get my headphones and shit. Plus, I need to refill up on my water.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. No worries. I'm not drinking water. And I'm drinking the opposite of H2O. Just fire. I got a lot of these fucking things pulled up. So I don't know where we're going to start. But it should be a fun one. I think so.
Okay, I'm good now. Let me
All right.
just
What up, dog?
yeah, I've been good. I'm tired, but outside of that, no, I've been good.
That's what's up, man. Hey, no one's in this shit yet, but in case anyone does, I am looking for your abridged thing, and
Oh,
I'm gonna share that because it's fucking brilliant. I'm not gonna lie, I love the writing that you do in that shit.
okay.
It's really fucking great, dude. I really dig that shit.
Okay, well,
So,
I'm glad to hear that because I know, a lot of people that work on it with me, none of them have ever played that game, so.
I haven't either, but like I get, but your writing in it is fucking fantastic, dog. It's really good.
Okay, well,
And
I'm glad to hear that.
I want to share that with anybody who is just interested. And I don't know, again, I don't know if anybody's gonna jump in here. I'm so vacant on YouTube,
Oh, that's all
so
good. But by the way, I did send you the thing on Messenger if you need it.
yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do this.
But yeah, I have been working a little bit on the script for the next episode.
That doesn't seem right. Let's do this. Um. hmm. It says Facebook.com. Is that a Facebook? No. Let's just do this. Let's do this. If anybody's interested, this shit is fire. Absolute fire. Oh, Black Metal Gamers up here. What's up, dog?
Hey,
Howdy, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. It sounds like you're like in the middle of a fucking. It sounds like you're in the middle of a winter storm, a blizzard or something. But we can hear you.
I'm driving right now. I switched to headset. Shit.
Yeah, I can't hear him.
Yeah, I'll switch. Hold on.
Yo, where are you at right now? Can you hear him at all, Bio?
Just like plurs.
Yeah. All right, so moving forward, let's go ahead and get this on the table. This is what I got pulled up for tonight. All right, let's go ahead and show what I got. All right, so for tonight, and
Mario Kart, nice.
It took us a while to get through some of these lists, but I got a ton of them pulled up, and these are the ones that I have on deck. All right, I got Mario Kart.
Yep.
I got fast foods. All right.
Okay.
I don't know why it's not showing it on there. Let's see. Do I have to do one for everyone? I think I might have to. That sucks. Let's see.
Oh, even when you switch tabs, it doesn't like change over.
It should. Let's get rid of this and let's just see. Let's see if I can bring it up now.
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
we can hear you now. What's up, man? How are you, man?
Pretty good.
Yeah, sound much better, much better. So while I'm trying to get this shit figured out, anything you guys want to bring to the table? Anything you're playing? Anything you want to get the people to know about, or anything that you think is fire that people need to know about?
I beat Ratchet and Clank, but that's old. But it came out the PC this year, so I guess that's newly relevant for that platform. That game's fire.
It really is. It absolutely is.
As well as Blasphemous 2. Hey, let me tell you, if you love religious horror, Catholicism, that dark gothic shit in Castlevania, this game will scratch that itch. That's my favorite 2D Metroidvania indie game I think ever.
Anything you're playing, Bio?
outside of like review shit, honestly, I really haven't been playing like anything like huge lately. I know it's kind of sad.
No, I feel.
Come on.
I'm playing Starfield, dude, and I feel like I should hate this game, but I love it. I absolutely love it.
Okay, well that's interesting to hear because I know
It's
oh, go on.
No. What's your piece about it?
I was just gonna say that like I haven't been hearing a lot of people talk about it, but for the few people I have been hearing, a lot of them have just been like, yeah, not happy with it.
I feel like I should hate this.
It's
game,
a mixed
but I love
bag.
it. Yeah.
I'm hearing the performance and the loading screens hold it back. The character models suck, but the gameplay, the options, like the vibe of the game, Bethesda charm. If this game would have came out at launch of the past generation, it would have been fire. So it's like if you're nostalgic for the old Bethesda games, you'll love it.
And that's the camp that I'm in. Cyrus, what's up, brother? How are you, man?
What's up?
Hey.
We're just kind of doing a little rundown of what everybody's doing. What you got going on, brother?
I'm sitting on my couch. I'm late because I was trying to get my tablet set up for this, and I had no luck with that, so I'm just using my phone. So
It'd be like that. It'd be like that.
Yeah.
I was just saying, like, I've been playing Starfield, and I kind of love this game, and I feel like I'm in a minority there.
Dude, I cannot wait to play Starfield. I have been so tempted to buy it, but I wanted to wait a little while, to see if we worked out a few things. But I'm definitely getting that game.
How much are you? I don't know if we've ever talked about this. How much of a Fallout fan are you?
Oh, dude. Okay, so my brother's like the super old school Fallout fan from before it even went to like the olden days of the old Fallout. But he got me involved in it in Fallout 3 on the 360, and and I've been
Anger.
playing it ever since. Well, I won't say I love all the Fallouts that have come out since then, because admittedly, I kind of really haven't played that much since Fallout 4 came out. But I did play the crap out of Fallout 3 and New Vegas,
Oh,
and
both bangers.
and quite a bit into Fallout 4. But I didn't play 76 or the whatever's been going on with it since then. But
Yeah.
but Bethesda, dude, like Skyrim and Oblivion and all that, I've been all into those. Like I played all the way through those, like all the DLC and everything on that stuff. So yeah, this is like right up my alley. Plus the combat in this looks so good. You know, it's like
I don't know if
can't-
I can concur with that.
I
They're
think-
very-
Do you think
Spider
they had help
Man
with a couple of people from 343 or id to polish the gunplay, or do you think it's all Bethesda 100%?
they're missing the VAT system, which I don't feel like
Oh,
it
yeah.
needs.
I'm surprised they haven't modded that in yet in the PC space. Oh, it'll come.
Yeah,
Well, it's early. You know, there's a lot of potential. You know.
I'm gonna say like I can't stop fucking playing it. It's just like, and I feel like I should hate this game, but I can't stop fucking playing it. It's
Okay,
alright,
were you a big Mass Effect fan?
No, not really. I played
Oh,
it.
okay. I heard
beat
people that loved
one.
Mass Effect love this game.
Dude,
but I haven't
it
even-
does a really good job of making you feel like you're actually traversing from one place to the other. It really does that well. Some people are like, oh, it's just loading screen into loading screen, and fair enough, but I feel like it works really well. It actually makes you feel like you're actually going from place to place.
You know, I feel like if a game is fun and it's engaging, then that we get like real caught up in a bunch of like minutia about like, well, does it meet this criteria for what
Correct.
like
Yeah.
you know, if it's fun and it's cool and you're having a good time, I mean, that's what video games are all about. You know,
Facts.
we really do want to like pretend like we want to put our pinkies in the air and act like it's got to be these things. Like, no.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah. That's hilarious. I like that.
Just saying, if it's fun, dude, who cares? Have a good time. Screw it.
Yeah. I can't
Yeah.
recommend it to everybody. However, I'm a Fallout fan, and I just think like and I know bugs are prevalent. Like that's what Bethesda is known for. Fair enough, but I feel like this is their buggiest game to date. Like bug-less game. Like yeah, it's crashed on me a few times. It didn't work on my PC. I had to jump over to my Series X. But I feel that they have done a phenomenal job with what they have created.
When you say it didn't work on your PC, what do you mean by that?
It was stuttering really bad. And I could have played with the settings, but I was like, I didn't care enough to play with the settings. I was like, this is not working.
You shouldn't have to do that, yeah.
Yes, fair enough. But I feel like I'm not in the minority there. I feel like that was the consensus against everybody who's playing on PC. I'm sure if you have a certain card or whatever, I have a 2080 Super, which is
Well, didn't you hear Todd Howard said upgrade your PC? Did you hear the controversy this past week with him?
No.
People they're complaining about that. It's being demanding on the PC, and he said just upgrade your PC. I think it's funny. I love it when people do that. Get a second job to buy that PS3. Just buy a better PC, bro.
What's the problem? Just buy a better. Just go ahead and.
He didn't say that. He's like you may need to upgrade your PC. He said something to that nature. You could look it up. It's pretty funny.
We have a product for people like you. It's called the Xbox 360. Remember that?
It's when real life figures become real life South Park characters. It's hilarious.
Yeah, but no, though. I mean, that's a good graphics card. So, like, you think you'd at least be able to, like, run it like well.
I could have, and I could have played with the settings. And I was like, oh, I'll Google or YouTube like how to make it run best on my graphics card. I was like, I have a Series X, just fucking play it on there. And
I'm sorry if I missed this, but what is, if you don't mind me asking, what kind of specs are you running on your PC?
I have 32 gigabytes. I have an i7. I have a 2080 Super.
Oh my god,
Um,
if you're having problems with that, like, yeah,
It's not a
I mean,
well
yeah,
optimized
it
game.
ran until it started to get into more like I guess I would say like more convoluted parts where more things were happening on screen.
yeah.
It was I guess the word I would say it's playable, but it really wasn't. It was stuttery as hell, and I'm like, fuck it, I could just play this shit on my Series X and call it a day.
I've
And on
heard
the
it's
Series
demanding
X,
even on 30 series. Like you need 40 series cards to run it.
yeah, but the Series X so
No,
far
that-
has been like
if you need
it's
40
run
series
great.
cards to run a game, something's wrong with your game.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
I was
yes.
about to say.
Bro, the 40 series is like this fucking size of a fucking Honda Civic engine. Like I don't
Yeah.
need that shit burning
Yes.
down my house.
Like,
or anything.
I've got a 3060 OC. It's 12 gig, and if I can't do it on mine, dude, this thing, come on. And you've got a 20, what do you say, a 2080?
2080 Super.
Dude, yeah.
Which is comparable to like more of like what you card you have.
It's what I'm
in the
yeah.
ballpark.
You should not have any, but no, there should be no problems. Like as far as getting a decent frame rate.
Yeah.
I mean, you should at least be able to hit like 60. You know?
Well, here's the thing. I was getting like 70 frames, and I was like, okay, obviously that's what's dialing it back. If I could dial it back to 30 frames, and I'm like, well, if that's the case, I'll just play it on my fucking Series X. What's the fucking
Right.
problem? Just,
Yeah, if it's 30 anyway, then yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder how it's going to run on my Series S.
That's a good question. I'm curious to hear the follow up of that because everybody puts the Series S as at a point, but I feel like it is not a slacker. Like it works really well.
The Series S has a lot of similar hardware to the Series X. It's not quite as good, but it should be able to do halfway decent, especially since it's not going to be pushing like 4K or anything like that. And I mean, I'm just curious because I am planning to buy it on the Series S, so I get it on both the PC and the Xbox. You know?
Yeah.
Man.
Well, I will say that it has to cross save, and when I cross saved over to my Xbox, it corrupted my file, and I was I'm glad and I'm upset. I'm glad on one hand that it did it so early on when I switched over because I was having a rough time on my PC and I switched over to my Xbox that I had to start completely all the way over. So just a foresight for me and my personal what happened. I would not suggest like bouncing back and forth between your Xbox and your PC.
Oh no. See, they got to fix that because I definitely plan to do that.
Right. And that's what I plan to do. And it fucked me over.
Well, I'm not getting involved then until they fix that shit because I mean, fuck, dude. That's why even have it on both. You gotta have. That's crazy.
All right, so this is what we got on the table tonight, and we can start wherever. I got a lot of these motherfuckers pulled up tonight, and I know we went pretty long last time, and that's great because I love the in-depth conversations. So right now, I got Mario Kart games pulled up. I got best fast food places. All right, I feel like that could be a lot of fun.
Oh, okay, all right.
All right.
I also get serious right off. I see.
Horror movies, nice.
I have 80s, 90s, and early 2000 horror movies because we're going into spooky month.
Yep.
Our last conversation we talked about NES, so I have NES, like some of the better known NES games pulled up. I think that could be a good conversation.
Batman.
I also have the live action Batman movies because apparently tomorrow is Batman Day. I never knew about that until I just saw it.
There's a holiday for everything now.
Yeah, national like dap up a boy day, like national like
why is it
baby
Batman
out of the
Day,
stroller day.
Why is tomorrow Batman Day? What is there? I don't understand.
Dude, I get like the Mario thing because it plays like on the Mario name, like March.
You know what tomorrow
March
is?
10th, yeah, because on the date of like expiry dates,
yeah.
You know what tomorrow is? Tomorrow is Batman Day, and it's also my birthday.
Oh shit, bro! Bro's got a fucking
Batman.
I guess I am Batman.
Well, happy pre-birthday, dog.
Damn it.
Speaking of Batman and Sai's birthday, we have Batman villains. We need to add Sai in here. But from the animated series, because this spawned some of the best Batman
Oh, yeah.
villains.
Oh,
Period.
hell yeah.
And
That
then-
animated dude. What animated show? I mean, there's some good ones, but what animated show competes with this? Like, what
Animaniacs is really
I was
close.
gonna say Spawn. The
Spawn.
HBO.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah,
fair.
that
That's
X-Men cartoon?
fair. Oh,
Yeah. There's only a few shows that
fucking cuck though.
they
I like
really
Cyclops though.
they really pulled out the stops on that Batman animated show. It was fantastic.
Oh god,
yeah.
damn, it's so fucking good.
Yeah.
And then I have some 80s, 90s, and early 2000s movies, which would be interesting. And then
See
I
a
have a
couple of
straight up
them,
80s list of movies, like 80s movies, like where cinema was at its prime, in my opinion.
Cinema.
There's a couple in there that I see in the other one, by the way.
Yeah. And I don't know if I can touch on all of these, but there's some bangers in here that even when like back when we had cable, when the next one rolled, even though we watched it like for the 87th time, you were totally fine just sitting down watching it.
We used to watch movies over and over, dude. Back in
Yes.
the day.
Back when you're like your parents had like HBO or
Yeah.
Cinemax or whatever.
You had a
Um,
VCR and you had like 5 or 6 tapes, and you would watch those.
Yes. Yeah. Oh yeah.
There were
And then
some
back
that-
before like you could afford to like buy a CD, you put your cassette in the boombox and hit record when it came on the radio station.
Yeah.
And there were some movies that were so long they had to be on 2 VHS
Oh,
tapes.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah,
yes.
dude.
Titanic. I remember
Yeah,
was one of
Titanic
them.
was one of them.
Yeah, I remember renting Gettysburg, and it was like, oh wow, 2 tapes.
What about The Stand? Wasn't that like on like fucking 20 fucking
Oh,
VHS?
The
Oh, yeah,
Stand.
Yeah, that's a good one.
The Stand,
Yeah.
the Langoliers.
Oh my god.
I remember me staying up all night to watch The Stand, and it was like 7:38 in the morning. And when it was finally done, I was like, I just wasted my life the fuck away.
You know, every one of those shows, those Stephen King shows, it would be like so good, but then at the end, you would be like,
Payoff
really?
is absolute doo-doo bullshit.
Yeah,
Every time, every fucking time.
every time.
I would say The Mist was like the good one.
Oh man,
man.
I tried to describe that plot to my kids. I think one time I was like, "Hey, have you ever heard of this movie?" Or maybe it's my wife. I don't know. I was just trying to explain the plot, and they were like, "This sounds terrible," and I'm like, "It is. It's fucking miserable."
God damn, it's kind of warm out here.
The way it's done.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's up, bro?
Yes.
Okay.
Do you want to start
Alright.
with Mario Kart?
Let's start with Mario Kart. All right. So again, I feel like the precedent needs to be set, or we set an S tier right away, so we can set the bar where other games should fall. Right.
All right.
I would say.
I almost feel
Go on.
like that. I almost feel like that because that's what spawned it, right?
Yeah,
Me
but
as a kid, I played the fuck out of this game. It was a phenomenon in my neighborhood with friends, staying up at people's like my friend's house, like spending the night at each other's houses playing this fucking game.
Which one is that?
that's the Super
OG,
Nintendo one.
the first
Oh,
one.
I actually
Super
didn't like-
Nintendo.
I didn't like the
Yeah.
Super Nintendo one. Like
I like it, but I do think it does feel a little bit slippery.
well, it's only 2-player, and I really was like, I don't know what I was expecting from it, but I didn't really get into it until the next one. You know, the Super Nintendo one, I was like, none of my friends were into it, so I had the opposite experience, unfortunately. But I could
Hmm.
definitely see why you would. I mean, if your friends are into it, then that's the whole
Yeah.
thing. That's what it is.
Yeah, it's a good one. But
I love
wouldn't
the
say it's-
battle.
Oh yeah, absolutely. The popping the balloons bullshit. Yeah.
Yeah, that was better than the actual races in hindsight
Yeah.
because I played it a
Well-
lot back in the day. I rented it
Yeah.
at launch on Super Nintendo, so it was special to me. But it's aged. It gets a solid A, I guess.
Yeah,
I
would
think
give
that
it
might
an
be.
A.
You know what? Yeah, you might be right. I feel like I just have huge nostalgia for this game, and like that's where it spawned.
Oh, I love the
my
music
fucking-
though, dude.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, it's
yeah,
great.
It's a
Rainbow
great
Road
game. I mean, if it wasn't great, there wouldn't have been any more. You know,
yeah.
I like it
So
better
yeah,
now than what I did.
replayability. Who's going back to that one when there's so many other ones now?
Well, people who buy their fucking Switch passes. Oh, look, we got Mario. Yeah, we're just gonna play deluxe and call it a day. I don't know if I see the Super Nintendo one on here. Am I crazy?
No, you just did that one.
Oh yeah, yeah. All right, I'm on
Just-
drugs. I was thinking NES. All right, I gotta put this shit down. You know what? After hearing everybody say what they had to say, maybe this might be a better fitting category.
B, yeah.
Because it is good. It's really good. It started the whole thing. But again, who goes back and plays?
Not very
SNES
often.
Mario
I
Kart?
don't.
But I do feel this might be there. Double
Yes, I
Dash.
agree with that.
Because
That's my
people
favorite.
fucking love Double Dash, and I do too. I really like fucking Double Dash.
Yeah, not only was it different because it had the two people in a car, but also a
Mhm.
lot of the tracks in that one were very, very memorable.
There's only one that well, maybe there might be another one, but the one that I would definitely put on the very top is the Nintendo 64 one.
Oh, that's a fucking fantastic one.
That's a good one, yeah.
I mean, the years of playing that one that we've had, it's ridiculous. Like I missed
I was
college
obsessed with it.
because of that damn game.
Yeah,
know?
yeah, bro, that game was yes. I spent so many goddamn hours playing that fucking shit. Toad's Highway was introduced, I believe, on that one.
Yep.
That was a fantastic track where you actually were racing on the highway with other cars, and that's where I was like, game, it doesn't get better than this. This is it. This is the pinnacle, you know?
I mean, Mario Kart, there's been a lot of good Mario Karts, but Mario Kart 64 to me is when it really became what it is. Like the Super Nintendo one, cool. I'm not saying it's not cool, but
Mm.
the way the tracks are designed, the way the battle mode, the way
Yes, yeah.
all the things that go into modern Mario Kart really sort of congealed in that N64 one.
Also the voices.
Yeah. BMG, what you feel? He's doing Instacart.
Oh, we lost him again.
He's doing Instacart.
But yeah, I would put that on the same level as S with Double Dash though.
I know that I was obsessed with it, but I was obsessed with my 64 in general for a long time. So, the real motherfucker in me wants to kind of put it there a little bit.
I put it A tier.
I kind of feel this is it is really good, but I feel like the games that came after it far succeeded it, and I'm gonna say this might be S tier because it brought back all the retro tracks. Everybody played fucking Mario Kart Wii. Everybody had that stupid fucking steering wheel shit, little attachment thing. Everybody had that shit, dude. You would go into I would go.
That's the one I haven't played.
I'm like, what is this doing here? No, I'm just
Yeah,
kidding.
I've never played the Wii one. I never.
Wow, really?
I
Me-
played it. Yeah.
I haven't played it either.
It's just me and you that
Wow.
have.
Did you
I
guys?
can say I like
you
it.
guys
It's
had
a
a
good
Wii
one.
though, right? And you had a Wii, and you didn't.
I had a Wii, but I was not interested. I wasn't interested at the time. I wanted like Zelda and Mario at the time and
Yeah.
action games. So I didn't.
We didn't play like on our Wii. We played the Wii Sports pretty much. We didn't really
Oh,
play
yeah,
much,
yeah.
you know. Like I didn't.
And New
I didn't
Punch
put
Out.
money.
We played New Punch Out.
What was that? What'd you
I
say,
said New
Momo?
Punch Out.
Oh,
I played New Punch Out on my Wii.
Yep.
That's the last one we got, motherfucker.
I didn't get into it. I didn't get it on the Wii. I got the DS one, and then I got the.
This one is this the one you're talking
That's
about?
the
on DS?
3DS one.
Oh, that's the 3DS one, right?
Okay,
Is
you're
that
talking about
7?
the DS one. The original
Yeah.
DS one.
I got
The DS one's
one.
Mario Kart 7, isn't it?
No, 7's on the 3DS.
Yeah.
I got that one too.
That's right. God damn, it's so confusing.
I know. There's a lot of Mario Kart. Yeah. 7
This
is
one,
There's a
fantastic.
lot of DS, 3DS, DSi.
The DS one, like I played it. I don't know if like, it was cool. Like, don't get me wrong, but I don't see it being in anywhere in the 2 top tiers.
Well, you know what was great about the DS one was back in the day, like we
Download
would,
play.
yeah, you could like everybody could play even if they didn't have the cartridge. You know, you could like be like I remember when we went and saw. I think we went. It was when we went and saw that Star Wars Revenge of the Sith. Like we were all sitting in the theater with our DSs, linking up to each other's games, playing Mario Kart.
That's cool as hell. That's
It was
actually
really
Yeah.
cool. Yeah, it was awesome.
One
Yeah.
feature I do like that never got carried over into another game was that you can create your own emblems and put them on the car.
Hmm.
I feel like DS is a fitting category with Super Nintendo Mario Kart. I feel like it didn't do anything revolutionary. It was on the DS, so I feel like they brought it to the handheld, but I feel like it was just more serviceable than anything because it was just on a handheld.
Well, it was
I mean-
definitely good to
So I
pass
was-
the time on the go.
I mean, back in the day, it was pretty. I mean, because like I said, you could play it. You didn't even have to have the game. You could just link up to somebody's DS,
Yeah.
and like that was pretty awesome back in those days because mobile gaming was different than it is now, obviously.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I don't know. Is it better than Mario Kart 7? No. Mario Kart 7, especially if you like the 3D effect, is way
I
better.
actually really like that 3D effect that the 3DS does. Like I really love it.
I'm glad to hear you say that because thank you for saying that. I don't know how many people I hear say that. I love the 3DS, and yes, 100% I agree with you.
What 3DS do you have? I my first introduction into the 3DS was the new 3DS with the little
Okay.
nub on the side.
Yeah, that's the one.
That's
I
what
have
I
now.
got into the 3DS.
Yeah, I owned all the models. Like I owned
Mm.
the first model, and then I owned the XL, and then now I have the new 3DS XL. Whatever.
Yeah, I had the OG, and then I upgraded to the very last one.
Yeah, that last model was actually fire. I mean, I love
Yes,
my 3DS.
yeah.
I will never get rid of my 3DS.
I will say that I got my new 3DS when my Vita got stolen, and I replaced my new 3DS to replace like my little handheld go-to, but it never scratched the itch of my Vita because my Vita was I love my Vita so fucking much.
I'm with you.
Dude. Yeah.
It never was as good as the Vita to me. It was serviceable. It was cool to experience these games, and the 3DS effect or the 3D effect was amazing. However, I still feel the Vita trumps the 3DS, even the new 3DS, in my opinion.
No,
I love-
I agree with you on that.
Yeah.
Because
I
I,
love
was
the
also
Vita.
a Vita user.
I think the only thing that really held back the Vita was those stupid memory cards. And
Yeah.
Yep, and they were fucking stupid expensive.
What was it called? The Pro Stick Duo?
no, that was the for the PSP. The ones for the Vita were like called like M4 or M2, some weird name. They had like it was stupid. And the only way you could get it is if you bought the Sony, because there wasn't like a generic version. It was just the Sony version, and it was insanely expensive.
Yeah.
It was this right here. The Sony PS Vita, and this is a 32 gigabyte. It was this. I know this is going to be hard to see on camera.
Yep.
Shit right here. And this 32 gigabyte, this is 32 gigabytes. Yeah, it sounds like a lot.
It wasn't.
This was like stupid expensive off of eBay. I didn't realize how old the Vita was because my wife bought me this one when we were on vacation. This is like that
That's a
new
beautiful
model
Vita.
one, the baby blue one. And I went into Best Buy and I was like, "Hey, you got those PS Vita memory cards?" And I'm like, "What the fuck? Are you serious?" And I was like, I didn't realize how old this shit was when I went to go look for a memory card.
Yeah.
But they're stupid expensive. This one I can't remember how much I paid for it off of eBay.
Yeah, they're even expensive now. Like
yeah,
they
yeah,
were
yeah.
back
Yeah.
then, but they are now because of everything's like out of print and all that.
Yeah.
I gotta say, like, I have a PSP and a PSP Go. And
I
the
never had the
PSP
Go. I never had the Go.
Oh, I love the Go, except for the problem is same bullshit as far as memory card stuff. Like, it has 16 gig built into it, but then it has an expansion, and the biggest you can get is 16 to expand. So, and you have to buy their crap. There's not like a adapter to use a micro SD like there is for the regular PSP.
This is the one I have. It's the God of War edition.
That's bad. I love the PSP. That's
Yeah,
such a good
I
system.
love this fucking thing. It's a little. This thing's a little dusty.
PSP is so underrated. Like that thing was about as powerful as a PS2. Like the stuff that
Yeah.
thing could do was amazing.
I always feel like the handhelds were like just the console beforehand in handheld form. I feel like that was always the steps that they always took.
I
Oh, yeah.
wanted the Vita to be so much better than it. Like it was great. I'm not saying it wasn't great, but there was a couple of things that if they would have done, would have really took that thing to the next level. You know?
I disagree. I feel the Vita was on such a high level that people. All right, I'm gonna say this.
Marketing.
I feel like yes, but I always feel like handhelds in general, not handhelds. Let's say this. I always feel that tech that is so too far advanced gets overshadowed because it does too much that people just can't comprehend. And I feel the Vita was a prime example of that. This was the Switch before the Switch was this, or the Wii U before the Wii U was a Wii U.
Yep.
So was this. Matter of fact, you can play your PS3 games on this thing. But this thing had its own library. It's touch back pad, the front thing being a touch screen. It had a camera where you could do 360 pictures.
Yeah.
It was really impressive for the year.
You know, it was great. There was just a couple of things, like I was trying to say. Like what was funny to me was like the PSP, you could actually get a cable to output it to your TV. But they didn't.
Absolutely. Yep. You're right.
Yeah,
You're right.
But they didn't have it for Vita, and I didn't understand that. I was like, man, if you could just hook this up to your TV, because it would sync to a PS3 controller, so you could do the controller, but you couldn't put it out to your TV.
Yep.
And I was like, if you could just do that, then it would have been the Switch before the Switch. And then if they would have fixed this memory card thing, that's the two things. If it had video output and some better solution to the memory card thing, that's it.
This was the video output on the PSP with this little port right here.
Yeah, I don't know why they didn't do that on Vita. Like, why? Why? Sony does some stupid stuff sometimes.
Yeah.
It's like they shoot themselves in the foot every chance they get, and then they don't stand by their products. You know?
Well, yeah. See, that's why I've learned to never buy a PlayStation peripheral. But I will say I really like the idea of that PlayStation Portable or Portal or what they're calling it now. Because I'm
like
old.
that.
Is a Wii U
I'm
tablet.
Bro, I'm old, dude. Sometimes I like to just be old and just be old and lay down and play video games. Like I have this room, I have this office. I can come here and play PC games, play on my TV, play any console. But sometimes I just like to be an old fuck and just lay down and play video games. Because I'm I like the idea of it. However, you can still do this with your cell phone. You can still do this with a lot of stuff.
Right.
I just love the idea of an actual integrated PlayStation 5 controller into a tablet.
Well, they do sell these controllers for your tablets and phones that do the same thing.
Xbone,
The Backbone.
I have the Razer one. I forgot what it's called.
Is it called the Backbone?
No, it's not the Backbone. It's the first one Razer ever made. I have that one. That's the only
The
one.
Rikishi?
Yeah, Rikishi, the wrestler. I think it's called just the Kishi, but I have that one. That's the one that I have. It's solid. It's worked. I've used it.
How much is that thing? The Sony, whatever they're calling
The
it.
Backbone?
200.
Yeah, but the Portal thing. Yeah, it's 200, and at that
It's 199. That's not a bad price because you're
Right.
getting a controller with a tablet attached to it. Controllers are $80, so you'd think they would charge more. How arrogant they're acting right now.
I think it's a fair price for it.
I don't want it. It's for people with a busy household that don't want to be onto the TV tethered to it. So
That's what it is. That's absolutely what it is.
it's for dad, basically.
And it's also for me, who's lazy as fuck sometimes. All right, I'm gonna call it. I like to be.
Yeah. Number 2 on the toilet gamers that just want to
Yes.
poop and play
Yep.
fucking Horizon.
Poop and play.
They should call it the poop and play.
Like,
Yo, I would buy that shit immediately. They could tax on an extra $75 plus tax, and I would buy it for the name alone.
I thought about mounting one of my I have an old like 720p flat screen TV. It's really old, but still works. I thought about mounting it to my bathroom wall and hooking up some console to it.
Bro, streaming there.
You might be spending too much time in the bathroom. That's it.
Like, look, I'm getting older. Like, yeah, I spend more time on the toilet than I would like, but I try to get in and out as fast as I can. But sometimes I'm in there a lot more longer than I need to be.
I think
All right, back
most
to Mario
dads.
Kart.
Yeah.
All right, what we got? All right, so in the same category. I'm sorry, they just have to be. There's no reason to separate these two games because they're the same fucking thing.
Are you talking about Deluxe and 8, the vanilla?
You know what? Maybe I'm.
Well,
Deluxe has
there's a lot
got
of-
new
maybe they need to be
DLC.
separated.
Yeah, there's a lot of.
They're getting new
stuff.
DLC characters announced. I would say Deluxe is S tier because it's amazing. It's got so much shit in it. 8 vanilla is A because it's a great game.
8 and Deluxe makes me want to. I feel that. Yes, it's bullshit that I had to buy this. You know what I'm saying? But I still feel both of these are fucking. They're perfect. They're fucking perfect.
Well, to be completely fair, the Wii U version is 720p, as versus 1080p. However, if you play on the Wii U, you can use all the Wii controllers and the Wii U controllers. So there's some functionality that the Wii U
Differences.
version- yeah.
You know what this game reminds me of is like when you got Street Fighter 2 and Super Street Fighter 2. That's basically the way I would compare it. They're both the same, but they're not.
Yep, that's a good way of putting it.
So I didn't mean to cut you there.
No, it's good points.
I think his mic's muted.
There we go. I feel still that 8 and 8 Deluxe, even though I feel like it's absolute asinine bullshit, what they did with that on the Switch, I still feel that they're both fucking phenomenal, top tier Mario Kart games that I till this day people don't get enough of.
Oh,
You know, it's sold as much as almost GTA. I mean, not
That's saying
nearly as
something.
much, but it charts each month. Every Switch owner wants Breath of the Wild and fucking Mario Kart.
I mean, if you own a Switch and you don't have Mario Kart, I don't know why you have a Switch.
Yeah, like what are you doing?
Yeah,
It's
it's
a
like
life
having an NES. It's like having an NES with no Mario Bros. Duck Hunt. What are you doing, dude?
Yeah.
yeah. You know what's something I just remembered with the Switch version is that it actually comes with the content that was DLC in the
That's
Wii U
that's
one.
that's
true.
that's
That's a good
right.
point.
Yep.
I forgot about that until just now.
And yesterday's was it today's direct or yesterday? I don't know. Probably yesterday. They announced new characters.
Yep. Funky Kong.
I mean, you got to give them credit. They're supporting a game that came out on the Wii U. They're still putting out content
Yeah.
for this game.
You know what they're doing? Hey, our fans will buy it, and our Wii U failed abysmally. Let's make a return on this.
But BMG, you made a good point today, though, when we were talking. I think at some point that if the Switch 2 happens to drop, they're gonna put Mario Kart 8 on it, and they're gonna charge you $60 fucking for it.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be called Mario Kart 8 Ultimate, not Deluxe. Ultimate. That you go full circle. I mean, it's like Street Fighter 2 Super, Street Fighter 2 Ultimate.
It won't be called Ultimate. They'll call it something goofy. Like it'll be like Mario Kart 8 like cheat.
Mario Kart,
you know.
we gotta pay our bills.
Yeah.
Dude, I meme. Just call it Super Mario 8 2. Just do that.
82.
That'd be so stupid. It'd be amazing. Yeah, Super Mario
Is it
8
better
Part
name than
2.
fucking Xbox Series X?
I think
Yeah,
they're gonna.
it's a good thing Microsoft doesn't own it.
Yeah.
I think they're gonna call the next console the Switch U, and all the games will have U at the end, and we'll like be so confused. They'll be like, "Wait a minute, it's the Switch U, like the Wii U? What?" We're all-
It's like, what was it? Remember when the fucking Xbox One X came out, and like,
Yeah.
it was
Oh
around
my
Christmas
God.
time, and then parents were buying the original Xbox whatever because they could differentiate the names between whatever. Like that's that scenario. I feel like
Dude,
that's gonna be
That's the stupidest naming of all time.
yes.
Like we were all so confused. Even us, even
Yeah.
gamers that have been around forever. We're like, wait a minute, Xbox One or Xbox One? Like,
I'll
what-
tell you this: I really want to get that new Armored Core game, and I went on eBay because I don't want to pay full price for it. I was like, "Hey, how much is that going for now?" Because I really want to play that one. And on the box, it says Xbox One X, Xbox Series X, like the little tag at the top
Yep.
of the cart, the box art or whatever. And I'm like, so what the is this a Series X version? Does it just play on everything? Like, what am I buying right now?
I think it means you get both versions. It is confusing. I think it means you get both versions.
Well, Xbox, do you leave no gamer behind? It plays on every fucking thing. But still, it's like, what the fuck am I buying? Am I buying a lower port of it? Am I not buying the Series X version? Like, it's just like confusing.
You're like, am I buying the lower one that just happens to work on the new one,
Right,
or am I
exactly.
buying the new one?
Mhm.
Like, what am I buying? Because is it backwards compatible, forwards compatible? What?
Well,
Where
on
am I?
PlayStation, it asks which one you want to download. And when I bought it digitally, I had
Right.
both. It's like, do you want PS4 or PS5?
Yeah,
It does it every time.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that
That's
is
good.
weird
I like
too, if you think about it. Like I'm like, why is there a PS5 version of Ninja Turtles like collection? Like what the
Separate
like-
trophies. It's for trophy whores.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's what's stupid is you'd be like, oh, if I install the wrong one, I have to use these controllers. I can't use all like
Yeah, it's different save data too. It's a different infrastructure. I don't know, man. Ecosystem. Who knows?
Yeah.
All right,
Strange.
so back to Mario Kart. I actually bought. Well, I lie. I didn't buy this. My oldest son. I want to make it clear. He's old. He's going on 22. He bought he buys presents for his siblings or whatever, and he bought the Mario actual fucking little cart thing that you play on your Switch that controls like some actual fucking.
Oh, your homemade
RC car.
your RC car kit.
Oh, he
Yeah,
got that.
he bought that, and bro, I played around with it all night. I was like, "Yo, this was like my Christmas present." I played around with that shit all night. I was like running into my dog with it and shit, like over and over. I'd back up and then hit him again. Look, I love my dog. All right, it's a really cool concept because it has a camera on it, and you basically just see the camera on your Switch. It was cool. And you could set up these cones where you can make your own Mario Kart tracks in your living room. That was really fucking cool. If you have never played that shit, it's actually
Yeah, that
pretty
looked
cool.
awesome.
Yeah.
I wanted
Yeah,
to
it
try
did
that.
look cool. Yeah.
That was way better than the Labo, you know?
Oh yeah, what the yeah. This is like stealing some homeless person's fucking cardboard. Yeah.
The instructions first. Find the homeless person. Okay.
Yeah. Offer him a grilled cheese sandwich.
Nintendo presents California or New York Labo. You got these pieces of cardboard and you make a house, and then you put your Switch to it, and then you just watch TV and lay in your bed.
Like, what are they doing on the street, mommy? They're playing Nintendo. They're playing Nintendo.
That's when the storm started brewing. Like,
Oh god.
I don't know what the hell this is. What is this? Is this a
Is
like
that Mario Kart
the
Tour, the mobile game?
Oh, there's an arcade one too, right?
oh, that arcade one's not terrible.
I played it. It's fun as fuck, dude. That's S tier. If you're rich as fuck and can have that in your house, you should.
So I have
It's
a Honda. I bought a newer Honda, so like Honda like services my vehicle and what have you. In their Honda little thing, they had this game room set up for like if you bring your kids or whatever, and you don't have to put quarters or pay. You just hit the little free play button. So every time
Really?
every time I
Wow.
get an oil change, bro, I sit there and just play Mario Kart 8 fucking all fucking day while I'm waiting on my oil change. It's great.
Dude, if people find out about like an arcade there that you can just hit replay all the time, people would just go there. Just
I'm
for that.
pretty sure they're gonna start kicking people out.
They're gonna kick out loiterers and stragglers. Like, you're not buying a car, you're here to play free games.
Bro,
Get out.
I'm turning 40 next year, and I feel like I still got that child in me because like all the other adults are in there like with their newspaper and their foot picked up, like, oh, and
Oh
I'm in
my
there like
God.
playing fucking Mario Kart and shit.
When's the last time you got? Hey, like just random thought here. When's the last time you bought a newspaper? Like,
But I'm just
no, I'm just saying. Like, I just,
I'm just saying like a high, I don't really buy a newspaper, but I just see like
Yeah.
the people like.
I don't think I've ever bought one in my life, dog. They've been free.
really? We used to buy newspapers like every Sunday. We would get the big ass paper, we go through all the coupons, and
Get to the funny comics.
My wife used to do the coupon thing, and it was like we are going through all this trouble to save like $5. Like this is not worth it. This is not
Dude,
worth it,
dude, every woman loved the fucking Sunday newspaper. Like,
Yeah.
back in the day, anyway. Like that was a good like 3 hours of your Sunday. Was
Who the hell's calling Pizza Hut right now?
oh, what's going on? Hello, hello.
Oh, sorry.
My wife needs
I'm at the
pancake.
I'm making a delivery. I'm at the gated community. Carry
on.
My wife needs some pancakes.
All right, Mario Super Circuit.
I would say that would belong to D tier. Not saying that it's bad, but I feel like it's probably the least like impressive game in the series.
What's this
For the
on?
Game
Is this
Boy
on the
Advance?
Game Boy Advance. That's what I figured.
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, I
It's
agree.
basically the Super Nintendo game, but with the N64 sprites, pretty much. And they didn't even add any new characters.
I think the graphics are kind of like washed out too. It doesn't really look as good as it should.
Yeah, I would agree.
I'm
with that.
gonna tell you, I never had a Game Boy Advance. Like
You never had a Game Boy Advance?
my oldest son had one, so I picked it up and I played around with it. But like, I never got into it.
Dude. Well, okay, that's a different conversation. But okay,
I
fair
know
enough.
it's regarded like the people love their fucking Game Boy Advance, and I've held one. I played one. It was my oldest son's, and I was like, "Oh, you got this."
Dude,
guy,
I have so
Game
many
Boy.
memories of sitting at the laundromat with the Game Boy, my Game Boy Advance SP, just sitting there. I had a Game Boy Advance SP, and I had one of those flash cards, so I had like I could put whatever ROMs I wanted on it.
Nice.
Yeah, so many good memories. Because the great thing about the Game Boy Advance is like you could just turn it on and play for like 5 minutes, turn it right back off. You don't feel it doesn't. It's not like there's no boot up. There's no like, oh,
Wasn't
I gotta.
the battery life of those things like just insanely impressive?
Yeah, the SP, dude, the battery was. Yeah, the regular Game Boy Advance had AA batteries, so that
Even that
also-
lasted a while too. if
No,
you used the
yeah,
right
well,
ones.
Yeah, the regular Game Boy Advance wasn't backlit, so if you just played it, which good luck with that, by the way. But if you did play it without it, some kind of extra light attachment or a mod of some kind, the batteries lasted freaking forever because there's no light. It's just
I was even surprised with that new 3DS. Like I have a charger for it, and then
Yeah.
started unplugging shit, whatever. And then I picked it up one day, and I was like, man, this still has like 18% battery life. I haven't touched this like 7 months.
yeah, 3DS battery lasts a long time. Yeah, man, 3DS is such a good system.
Now I don't know what the fuck this is.
Is that the arcade one?
That's kind of probably the arcade one.
I never played it. Yeah, I think you said you did. So.
Yeah, I never played it.
It's fun. It is.
Chris said it was.
It's a novelty thing. It's just like this little RC car thing. You see, and they're like, oh, I like to play Mario Kart. You see Mario Kart in the fucking Dave and Buster's or whatever, and you play it, and then you just move on to the next thing.
The only
it's
thing
good.
Hey, did they have a mobile version, like a phone version of Mario Kart?
That's the one that's in B tier at the end.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that one. That's the mobile game.
I never-
All right, so that one. Now that I know what that is,
I've never played it, so
I tried it, and then it was like, hey, you just start a subscription. I'm like, yep, nope, delete. We don't do that here. We don't do that here.
We don't do that here. We don't do that here.
yeah. The only thing I know
alright.
about the arcade one was that it has Pac-Man in it.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it has Pac-Man. Yeah, it has a whole bunch of fucking obscure shit in it.
Well, if you had
All
to
right.
pick, if you had to pick one that's the absolute best, what is that? Because I think we're gonna have a difference of opinion on that.
I
What
would
do you
say
mean?
Double Dash for me.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so you know what? The most time I spent with a Mario Kart game. It's almost there. It's almost there. Mario Kart 8 on the Wii U, I played the fuck out of that game. The fuck out of it, dude.
It's tough to pick this.
Yeah, it's a good one though.
Yeah. I
And
mean,
Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, I played it a lot. I still
Yeah.
play it. I still play it with friends and what have you. But Mario Kart 8 on the Wii U, I mean, it was like it was my side game when I wasn't playing my main game. It was like I'll pick up and play this for fun. I played it with my kids. I played it with whatever. It was like my little side game for like years.
I think I'm gonna have to agree because Mario Kart 8 on the Wii U, is that what you're talking about, or on the Wii?
the Wii U, the Wii U.
Okay, the Wii U version to me was like, because honestly, the new one is just the Wii U version that's updated. So the Wii U version to me is the pinnacle of Mario Kart because
Yeah.
it's just got so much to it and so much functionality.
Mhm.
You can even do online and everything. Like it's really cool. You know, it's really good. I would agree. I think that's as much as I love the N64 one. That one was limited in a lot of ways, and the Wii U one, the graphics, the capability, the functionality with all the different Wii controllers and the Wii U controllers, it's just amazing. So, yeah, I'd agree with that. But
I'm almost okay with that. I'm almost okay with that. I'm
I'd
almost
be okay with
that.
it.
Because Mario 64, I won't lie. Yeah, it was an obsession. I loved that game so much. I didn't own it. I remember renting it from the video store time after time after time after time until I got my phone copy. So it was an easy decision when we walked into the rental store to get Mario 64 cart because that was plus you and three of your boys could play that shit at the same time. That was also awesome.
yeah,
Yep.
I think that's fair.
Yeah. All right, so I think this is a solid ass list.
I'd say so. Yep.
Now
Yeah,
we can
I
move
agree.
on to a plethora of other things. Now the next one I had lined up was fast foods. I understand that's not everybody's cup of
Oh,
tea.
we're gonna get.
I'm a fat motherfucker. All right, I like these motherfuckers. All right.
Not only are their knives about to come out, the forks are coming out too.
Yes. I have 80s, 90s, and 2000s movies.
That's gonna be
I'd like to do the movie
insanely
one.
tough.
Yeah.
It is. I have some of the best NES games pulled up. 'Cause
Oh,
we were talking about NES games last time, and I was like, you know
we're
what?
gonna
I
have
think
some
that would
major
be a
disagreements on that
good
list.
conversation there.
Yeah.
I have the main
Batman.
releases in Batman. I have the Batman villains. I have some more 80s, 90s type shit in there.
Yep.
And then I have all straight 80s movies. So
I'd
what
be-
are you guys feeling?
Wow.
What are you guys feeling?
I kind of want to do one of the movie ones.
You feeling 80s? You feeling this is a very small list here. And I don't know why the fuck they have Black Widow on here. I didn't make this list. I just looked
Black
at the
Widow.
tier list. Why the fuck is that there? I don't know, but I can't get rid of it.
Also, I noticed Terminator Genesis is on there too. That's not
Yeah,
80s.
Yeah, that why don't I don't know who the fuck I go on
You know
tier
what?
list
Fuck that
maker.
list.
Man, there's some
We'll do the other
people-
one.
I think Batman could be a good one to bang out. I think Batman
Yeah,
could be a good
okay,
one. To
we
bang
can
out.
Okay,
do
yeah,
that.
we can do that. It's short. Yeah.
Boom. Done.
Oh,
I
that's
think-
okay. That's
Done.
I actually agree with you 100% on that. Yes.
Michael fucking Keaton. Jack Nicholson.
I don't think it.
What else do you need to fucking say, bro?
Dude,
What else
that
do you need
movie,
to fucking say?
that movie revolutionized like Batman. Like it changed Batman forever. Because before that movie came out, Batman was this campy,
This,
jokey.
you should have put the '60s movie in here.
Yeah,
Or
like,
he's holding the bomb and running
Yeah.
down the pier.
yeah, that was Batman. Like people were like, I
The
remember
Adam West shit. I love the Adam West shit. Let's get that done. I love the Adam West shit. Oh
it's
god, I love it.
it's fun, but it's, I mean, come on, that's like, that was the thing though, is like when this movie was coming out, people were like, whoa, what? It was can you imagine, like, I mean, I don't know if you guys were, I don't know how old you were back when this movie came out.
I
I
was
was young.
born.
I was very young.
Okay,
It
well,
was 19. It was his 80. It was his. What year was this?
89.
89, right? Okay, yeah.
So I remember when this movie was coming out and how big a deal it was, because there was nothing like this. Okay, the closest thing you could compare is the Superman movies, but the Superman movies didn't do for Superman what this did for Batman.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You know,
This
It's illegal.
completely changed Batman forever. Because before this, like I said, people kind of thought of Batman as like, oh, that's funny. That's a silly, funny, goofy, whatever.
And
You
he
know.
never was like that. They just portrayed them like for the
Right.
mainstream audiences.
Right. Batman wasn't ever supposed to be like that, but that's what they did in that show because they were just trying to have like a fun 60s show or whatever.
yeah.
But-
Well, wasn't there like comics at the time that were like kind of similar to that though, or did that come after?
Well, yeah, the comics, it's always been, comic books have always been tied to other things. Like if the TV or movies are a certain way, the comic books are a certain way. Like, just as an example, when Batman the Animated Series came out, they brought out a new line of comics that was Batman the Animated Series comic books.
Oh yeah, that's absolutely right. Yep.
Yeah.
So they've always been tied together. Chicken and egg. I don't know how you separate a lot of that stuff out, but
Sure.
when this came out, so Frank Miller had done The Dark Knight Returns. It was this like, not a comic book, a graphic novel, right?
Mm-hmm.
And people were like, "Oh, that's super dark." That's where the inspiration is for what Tim Burton is doing. But what Tim Burton is doing is on another level, because Batman he didn't have a black suit until this movie. Like, this movie changed who Batman, like what he looked like, what the Batmobile was, like a whole bunch of stuff changed.
That yellow
because
symbol on his chest. Yep.
yeah. This was a big deal. In fact, this was the biggest movie ever. Like, when this thing was coming out, they had Batman everywhere. Like, you go to the store, like I remember going to Walmart, and they had like everything was Batman. All the T-shirts were Batman, the toys. They had the albums on
The
record.
McDonald's fries.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
everything.
the McDonald's cup.
Yeah, everything was
Yep.
Batman. Everything.
Yeah, Prince
It
did
was-
the music.
Prince did the music. Yes, it was.
Yeah.
It was everywhere, and it was a huge deal. And if it hadn't have been successful, I mean, there
It
wasn't
was
any.
so been camp, man.
Let's
Yeah.
step away. Or let's just say this. Let's step away from Batman for a second.
Yeah.
Fucking Jack Nicholson.
Oh my god,
Jack Nicholson as the Joker, bro.
dude, what a dream
I
come
got
true.
chills just saying that shit.
Yeah.
Bro. He was so goddamn perfect for that fucking role.
Yeah,
Well, yeah,
'Cause he has
Batman
it. He-
was as well. But I will say this in the same breath: Batman is interesting, but I feel Batman is only interesting because of his villains. His
Exactly.
villains make
Yep.
Batman, and the Joker. Fuck, that sold that shit. That sold that shit,
dude,
bro.
I'll tell you this: the controversy of Michael Keaton being cast as Batman was so intense. Had they not had Jack Nicholson as the Joker, I don't know that this movie would have got made, because the public backlash when it was announced that Michael Keaton was going to be Batman, people were like, I mean, beyond pissed off, and like, this is crazy. There's no way, he's a comedian. they're gonna have this stand-up comic be Batman. Oh, it's gonna be the '60s all over again, and blah blah blah. Adam West, and then but see, you got to give Michael Keaton credit here because he was so committed to this role, and he inputted so much stuff that wasn't in the script. Like a lot of the stuff about his character, Michael Keaton actually suggested. In fact, the famous line where Michael Keaton says, "I'm Batman," was his idea to say that because that wasn't in the script. In the script, he was supposed to say, "I am the Knight," but he said, "Why don't I just say I'm Batman?" And they're like, "Okay."
See, I didn't know that. That's fire.
Yeah,
Because that wasn't because after that, every version of Batman just says, "I'm Batman."
Yeah,
Yeah, he always says that.
see, but that's the thing. Michael Keaton understood what was needed for that character.
That's
He's
amazing.
always understood.
I didn't
that.
know that. That's
Yeah.
amazing.
He had, and that's why I'm saying give Jack all the credit in the world. But had Michael Keaton not been as invested in that role and as good and as perfect as he was for that role, that movie wouldn't have worked, and it might have been a premature end to this like comic book thing that we're all still in right now. You know, this comic book movie thing. Michael Keaton was so good that he made Batman what we know Batman to be now.
Bro, people watched that Flash movie, and I did only because Michael Keaton was Batman and in that
Yeah.
role again. That's literally the only reason I watched that movie.
Me too. Me too. I agree with that. So yeah, number one, it's not even close.
Oh yeah.
But it's still cool. It's worth the Michael Keaton experiences on its own. That's worth the price of admission.
I'll eventually watch it.
Bro, watch that shit.
You
And
never
you know
seen
what?
the first Batman?
No, he's talking about the Flash movie.
The Flash, bro.
I was like, what the hell's going on? What reality am I in?
Like Band Hammer.
Are we doing Batman tier or 80s movies tier?
This is a Batman movie. tier.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Returns is right next to it. I love both of them. That's an S tier.
I
love that
concur
movie.
with that. I concur with that.
It's
That
almost
movie
like-
had edge.
Michelle
almost-
Pfeiffer as Catwoman. David
It's almost
Gilmour
like-
as fucking like just
It-
he was.
It's almost like the
ooh.
same movie. It's almost like a continuation. Yeah.
Facts.
That movie was controversial. That was kind of the movie that parents didn't want some kids to see.
That movie was amazing. I remember
Yes.
watching that and then when it came out at the theater.
I saw it in the theater.
Dude,
Yep.
that movie was badass. And
Yep.
yeah, it's the Penguin, dude. Fucking Danny DeVito. Perfect. You talk about
Yes.
Jack being perfect casting. There's
Yes.
literally no one you could have picked that would
Bro,
have
I
been
got
better.
chills when you said that shit because it's true, dude. Dave,
Yeah.
he fucking murdered that role, dude. He ate that shit for fucking breakfast, lunch, and dinner, dude. He was fucking. He was perfect. He was born for that fucking role, dude.
Dude. And he still talks about how proud he is of that. And they've asked him if he would come back and do something if the studio ever said, "Hey, would you like to come back like how Michael Keaton came back?" He's like, "Absolutely." So I'm like, dude, why did they not have him show up in that damn Flash movie? That would have been
Well, they haven't done anything with a Penguin character in a while.
well. Who?
Unless you're playing like the Arkham games or shit like that.
That
like,
Penguin they did in that movie, the Batman, was kind of cool. But I mean,
Yeah,
seriously,
I didn't feel it because it was all right. Look, we'll get to that movie because it's on this list, and I'm gonna tell you that movie is fucking great. I will debate you on that. I think that the Batman with Robert Pattinson is fucking phenomenal.
I like
get
it. I
there.
like it. I thought it was fun. I liked it. But my point being, the Penguin in that, there's no comparison between that Penguin and the one from Batman Returns.
You have to look at it. I feel like all right, look, here's the thing about Batman. You could take it on multiple different fucking episode, whatever you want to say. Like how many different ways you can look at Batman, right? The comic book Batman, the funny Batman, the serious Batman, the realistic Batman. There's so many ways you can take Batman into account. And I feel like the Batman, and I still want to say that one for last. It still took a great approach to the Penguin, but yeah, Danny DeVito still like that's fucking still easily up here.
dude. There's like some scenes where Danny DeVito just says something. Like there's a scene where he goes, "You don't really think you'll win, do you?" And it's like, God damn, that is a badass moment.
That shit
I love
where
it.
he rises out of the fucking
Yeah.
sewer, and
I
everybody's
love
like,
Danny DeVito.
'cause
in
he
that.
like saved the quote unquote baby from being thrown down the fucking sewer or whatever.
Yep.
Which his plan initially. Yeah, dude.
Michelle
It was-
Pfeiffer. Oh my god.
I'd smash 1000%.
Any dude would. That's not, the other way.
I gotta
Anyways.
say, her version of Catwoman is the most interesting version of Catwoman. Like, I really like, not just because she's sexy as fuck, but her origin.
Oh, it's not Halle Berry?
Come on. Come on.
Let's be realistic here.
We're losing you. We're losing you, Jason. We're losing you.
You're fake losing me. Like, this time your audio is good. You just got to go for that reference.
Yep. Couldn't understand what you said there. Sorry.
Let's throw it in there. Batman, George Clooney, Jim Carrey, Tommy Lee Jones.
That's no Val Kilmer.
Yeah, that's
Val
not-
Kilmer,
Is that
sir.
Val Kilmer? You're right.
Yeah,
right.
George
You're
Clooney.
right,
Stop!
you're right,
No
you're
more
right.
shots until later. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, we need to be careful here. This is getting
Did we
dangerous.
really hate it though? Did we?
No,
No, I loved it. I went to the movies. I had the poster, dog, back in the day. I was 13. I loved it. It's an A tier.
Yeah, I
Uh.
actually like Forever for what it is. Yeah, it's not as good as the other two, but I never thought it was that bad of a film.
Okay, so it's not in the same league as the first two.
Oh, not even close.
No.
No.
The music is terrible in that movie. I'm sorry. If you compare the music from that movie to what Danny
Because it's
Elfman
Danny
did,
Elfman who does the soundtracks for every one
Yeah.
of my boys'
Yeah.
movies. It's not on the same par.
yeah, Val Kilmer. I'm sorry. I love Val Kilmer. Come on, like you can't even compare what he does to what Michael Keaton does. It's like a different kind of. It's not even close.
I don't feel like he was a good Batman, but I also don't feel like he was even a good Bruce Wayne.
I didn't.
No, I
feel like he was bad on all levels.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was. Ironically, Batman was the worst part because I like the supporting cast. I like Robin. I like the villains. That was
I
all.
liked Robin a lot. That was
Robin
my
is
favorite
a
part.
whiny little fucking cunt.
Chris O'Donnell.
Chris
But
O'Donnell, yeah.
but my point is, if you're gonna cast Robin and put him in the movie, I thought Chris O'Donnell was very good.
At
When
the
that-
time, yeah.
He worked, and it's hard after so many years to see what could have been. But I agree. I feel like in retrospect, like he worked.
Yeah, but okay. So I do have some criticisms. Tommy Lee Jones is one of my favorite actors. He's actually from the area that I grew up in. Like,
That's cool.
70s,
yeah.
yeah,
late 60s, 70s, early 80s actor.
Tommy Lee Jones is amazing. However, he completely he got his character totally wrong. Like completely wrong. Like
Oh, yeah.
the way he played Two-Face
Yeah.
was he had a couple of moments when he got it right. There's a couple of moments, but for the most part, he's just doing Jack. He's just like imitating Jack Nicholson.
Yeah.
And it was wrong. It wasn't. And I love Tommy Lee Jones, but no, that was ridiculous.
Two-Face is supposed to be
Oh.
this very like bitter, cynical villain who
Well, the whole point of Two-Face is that he's split
He's-
personality. He's
he's
got-
very
It's-
serious.
but it's not like I'm cuckoo crazy for Cocoa Puffs
Right.
or I'm fucking super serious. It's like he has this like life and death situation,
Another
he
thing-
tried to play
Go
it
on.
very Jim. I feel like he played too much off of Jim Carrey.
Well,
and Jim Carrey's role as
that's Joel Schumacher's fault. Like, and
Yeah.
Joel Schumacher actually apologized for a lot of things that he got wrong about this whole thing.
Yeah,
Um,
Oh, go on.
No, that's fine. I don't know.
Okay. I was gonna say the other thing I was gonna mention about Two-Face, I always thought was like weird, was that why did they make half his face purple? Like obviously we know like he has like it's supposed to be like a burnt face, but it doesn't look burnt. It's just
Okay.
straight up makeup.
I'm going to tell you exactly what the reasoning for a lot of those things are. Is So back in those days, VHS was your home video format. Okay. And a lot of the decisions that were made about makeup and things was like, how well is this going to come across that there's a distinct difference? You know, like it wasn't necessarily because it looked the best. A lot of times with the makeup decisions and the wardrobe decisions and stuff, they were like, people are going to watch this on videotape, and are they going to be able to tell a like, you know, it was low fidelity at home.
Well, I actually did watch this on VHS back then, and even I still knew.
I
that
saw,
it
I
was,
saw,
like-
I saw it in theater.
I had the VHS and saw it in the theaters.
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying,
Was it-
like, plus,
It's like, why is he purple? He's supposed to be gray or like
Well-
gory blood face. Like,
well,
what is this?
Plus, remember,
But
Joel Schumacher.
let's also remember that the Batman Returns was so fucking
It was a marketing movie for
R-rated
toys.
type thing, whatever. Like they had to doctor its image and make it more for children because parents were
Oh, okay.
really
They made-
upset.
Yeah, they
That-
made
that's
toys up
exactly-
the ass.
That's exactly the reason. Yes, because they fired Tim Burton because of the backlash from the parents. Because they
He
all,
was still producer, I believe, on that movie, though. if I'm not
Yeah,
mistaken.
Yeah,
parents-
I wonder how
parents
many
were like-
kids cried when I saw Penguin bite nose. Like that's like some Mike Tyson shit, dude.
it wasn't the kids. It was the fucking, it was the,
Even I was a kid and I was like, "Yo, what the fuck?"
This was this is the time period when the parents were freaking out about everything. Like,
Yeah.
Mortal Kombat.
yeah,
Yes. Everything
So-
was going. Yeah, you're right. You're
yeah.
right.
So Batman Forever was going to be sort of cartoony because
It was
that's what-
Camp Man.
Yeah, Warner Brothers was like, okay, we got too serious, so let's go. You know, let's do comic because
I would have loved the Tim Burton cut of that movie. I don't know if it exists.
There's been videos made about what he planned, like as far as what he was gonna do, but they were never gonna sign off on what he wanted to do.
Yeah, he would have went crazier with it probably.
And he didn't even want Jim Carrey. He wanted Robin Williams for that role.
Oh,
dude,
can you imagine
that-
Rob Williams as the fucking
Yeah, and it
Riddler?
was gonna be like serious, like a lot. More
Am I the only one that thought Jim Carrey as the Riddler? I was like, he's the Joker. He's acting goofy and laughing like a maniac. Like they're all
This-
acting like the Joker.
Remember,
Bro,
this was
because
Jim
Jack
Carrey.
Nicholson set the bar too fucking high, bro.
Jim Carrey was trying to make a name at that time, so he was.
Yeah,
That's true.
and he
That's very true. That's very true.
Yeah.
was Ace Ventura with a costume.
Yes.
That's what he
Yes.
was.
I was gonna say,
Oh,
wasn't
I
that
did.
movie the same year that he did The Mask?
Is
It
it?
might have
That's it.
been. It might have been.
It's that same era, dude. It's like 95, 96. I believe it was 1996 that movie came
All
out.
right, you can fight me on this. The Mask is actually, I like that movie.
I
know
like
The
that
Mask
movie
is- I
too.
like that
But
movie a lot.
yeah, that was like designed for, you know, basically
Yeah.
Jim Carrey.
Toys and Jim Carrey.
Like, yeah. A Mask wouldn't have worked with anybody else, obviously, because they tried, and the other ones didn't.
Oh, they did. I saw the Jamie Kennedy one.
Yeah,
It was terrible.
Yeah.
Let's not talk about that.
Batman and Robin, D tier. I have to.
Batman and Robin is. I mean,
Oh my God! What a
Like,
disappointment!
it was so bad
Batman
that
Forever thing, and then it just
It gets mean points for Arnold Schwarzenegger's puns with ice and freezing is meme gold mine. So it gets a point of my thumb up for
I
that.
was gonna say he's the most
Here's the
watchable
thing: like
part.
Arnold Schwarzenegger is a fantastic actor. Uma Thurman is a fantastic actor. Alicia Silverstone, yeah.
She's nice to look at. She got a butt.
Right. But my whole thing is like, they could have been good characters. Joel Schumacher ruined their
Yeah.
fucking
he
everything.
apologized for it. He did.
Dude, he still got ridiculed for that movie, even like way after when he was doing like good
Yeah.
movies.
No,
Like
that
Phone
movie was
Booth?
so bad.
Yeah, it was good. And people still hated him because of Batman and Robin. Okay,
That-
Yo,
Batman and Robin was so bad that it ruined comic book movies.
this
like,
was the movie, if I'm not mistaken, where if in the beginning, correct me if I'm wrong, where Alfred said, "Hey, would you like to take something to eat?" and he's like, "No, I'll get
Oh.
drive-through."
don't remind
You
me.
understand what I'm saying? Like, and it just like, all right. So then it was like, oh yeah, McDonald's can like, hey, I could put McDonald's.
Yeah, he had the bat card.
The back credit card.
Yeah.
I'll take credit.
Oh my
Bro,
I need to
God.
I need to smoke weed and rewatch that movie.
Imagine working in, like, let's just say, like, a hypothetical. You work in, like, this whole fictional world, and you're, like, an 80s employee at McDonald's, and fucking Val Kilmer rolls up in the Batmobile, like, can I get a double McCheese? You know? Like, the fuck?
Yeah, that was the worst comic book movie other than like those directive VHS movies. Like that was oh shit, the Batmobile.
Was it as bad as Wonder Woman 1984?
Oh,
I never saw that.
That's
one.
asshole. Do not watch it.
Like at least with Batman and Robin, you could laugh at Arnold's like, I think it's time to chill. It's time to cool off.
Yes.
What came from the dinosaurs? The Ice Age.
You know what I love about it?
Is it so bad it's good? Because I can't look at it
No,
like that. Like, I look at it
it's
so
not
bad,
even-
it's bad.
It's not
It's
even
bad.
good.
It
Yeah.
has parts in it that are so bad it's good, but watching it from beginning to end, no.
You know what I do for nostalgia? I'll watch all clips of Arnold as Mr. Freeze moments on YouTube and save myself the agony. Because
What I love about what I love about George Clooney in that is he didn't even try like at all. Like he didn't do a different voice when he's Batman. He just used the same voice.
Yes, you're right. Yes, you're what
he was terrible.
He didn't even try. He's like, "Hello, Freeze. I'm Batman." Like it's like,
Hey,
what?
aren't you George Clooney? What the fuck?
He came to collect a check. That was a
No,
check.
he's like, "Can we
collecting
get
role.
done? Because I'm about to go
Yes.
shoot from dusk till dawn, and I really need to get out of here." You know?
That movie's fire. I love that movie.
Oh,
Oh,
Dusk
God.
Till Dawn is fucking amazing.
That's the best thing he's ever
we
done.
need to do a Quentin Tarantino movie list one time.
Oh, Brother, Where Art Thou is my second favorite
Oh, yeah,
movie.
that's
That's
That-
a good movie, dude. Everything that Quentin Tarantino does, you can. I don't care. Every movie he has great appeal to it. I
I didn't like Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I was bored. I fell asleep.
I didn't hate it. I didn't hate
Oh,
it.
dude, that's
I
a,
didn't even see that one.
that's a
I need to
good movie.
rewatch it. It was too fucking long. I was like,
Dude, the ending of that movie is fucking amazing. Like,
I'll rewatch it. I don't like Hateful Eight either. It was just Western
Oh,
Reservoir Dogs.
All right. I like
Dude.
Hateful Eight with Samuel L. Jackson getting
I think
shot
you're-
in the dick.
yeah, smoke some shit and then watch those again.
Yeah.
Come on.
They use that movie. They use the N word way too much for no reason. Not even racist cowboys would use it in that context. They're like, "Damn, it's hot out here." N word. I'm like, huh? Like that doesn't even make sense.
It's Tarantino, man. He's doing his
Tarantino
thing.
movies are like
Over the top.
No, I love the dialogue. That's what I come for those movies for is dialogue.
Dude, like,
Yeah, him and Kevin Smith have that in common. They're very big fans of important conversation and dialogue, not just artsy camera angles.
I mean, half of the experience is just the weird, crazy shit that they say, you know?
Yes.
Like,
what was like in Reservoir Dogs? They're literally just having a conversation about like
yeah.
why you should tip your waitress.
About
Like
tipping.
Yeah.
That's a Clerks moment, straight up.
Those conversations like are better than half the shit that even happens in the movie. It's just the conversations that they have.
Dude,
That
the
needs to come back in
conversation-
film, by the way. The conversation needs to return. It's kind of lost in
I'm gonna
its
say it,
form.
I don't care.
Dude, I don't know. I think
hands
young
down,
people
my
don't
favorite
even
movie of-
understand. Like, I think unless it's like flashy neon colors and like, ooh,
They want to roll
yeah,
it. They want VR, the movie experience every time. Jesus Christ!
I think young people just don't understand like storytelling. They just
My
don't,
favorite movie of all time, hands down, is Pulp Fiction.
dude.
Without dude,
You
Pulp
talk
Fiction
about
classic.
dialogue.
is my favorite fucking movie of all time. I can rewatch that shit a million times.
Yes,
And still fucking be enthralled with what I'm seeing.
yeah. Pulp Fiction is amazing, and that's that was the movie that had to be amazing because it was like Tarantino's first big budget, and he had all these big stars and
It's so fucking
was
so
great.
fucking perfect. Like, I mean, it's so fucking perfect.
yeah, and
That
God,
movie was so good. I bought a greatest hit CD of Dick Dale and the Delta.
soundtrack.
The
Dude.
song.
The music.
I bought a greatest hit
everything.
CD of that artist.
Dude, you have to give Tarantino credit because movie soundtracks haven't been this like since like if you like think of the way movie soundtracks were thought of before Pulp Fiction versus after, Like Tarantino made it like really cool to bring out these like obscure songs and put them together and do something.
Yep.
I mean, yeah, absolutely. That's an amazing movie.
All right, I gotta piss before I piss my pants.
Uh-oh.
But we're gonna put this here, and I'll be
Okay.
right back. If you guys want to take a break, I'm gonna leave that there, and then we'll debate it when I get back. I'll be right
Okay.
back.
Alrighty.
I like Batman Begins.
Yeah, I like it too. I do really like it. I remember at one of the schools I went to, one of the teachers always used to play it all the time when there was like nothing going on. I don't know
Really?
why, but I mean, hey, I didn't complain.
Like, isn't this history class? Like, we're watching Batman Begins.
It's like,
There's
it's
history in there. Yeah. There's something in there. Shut up. There'll be a test. You're like, what?
Yeah,
Like-
no, that's
like-
one thing I do remember about it well. But no, it was a good one. Also, Morgan Freeman's in it, which is cool.
Yeah. Rutger Hauer is in that.
Yep.
That was the one that they had the original Rachel, the Tom Cruise's ex-wife.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
God, she was hot too. Like, I don't know what happened with Scientology, man. I don't know.
I was just about to say Scientology.
Yeah, she had to like abscond in the night. Like that was I don't know the whole story, but like she ran out away from him. Like she took their kid and ran. I don't know.
Yeah, it's a crazy fucking thing.
Yeah. Now, don't get me wrong. I love Tom Cruise. He makes badass movies. I love watching him.
Yeah, he has been good and shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
there you
yeah.
are. I got
I
you.
Oh,
had
there
to
we
step
are.
away and take a piss, bro. It was like that Adam Sandler skit. Like, bro, this shit just kept coming out.
Like Austin Powers on
Oh yeah, yeah.
when he thaws out.
Batman Begins. So I just stepped away. What are the initial thoughts?
I love
Yeah, I
that
recently
movie.
liked it.
It's A for me. It's got great origin and storytelling. It's just a little long, but it's a good long. But-
I think there's
That's what
only
she
a
said.
couple of things I didn't like about it. For the most part, I think it's really, really good.
There's a part of me that wants to put it here. There's a part of me that wants to put it in B because I feel like it's really fucking good. I really like the origins of Batman. I think it's been done way better in different avenues.
Yeah.
Christian Bale did fucking phenomenal with it. I didn't care for Scarecrow. I didn't
I
care.
wish
I feel
he
like
was. Yeah, I wish he was like
Scarecrow.
better into.
I feel like it was good. It was a good
Okay,
city level
okay.
threat type thing, right?
Right. So let me say this. Of the 3 Christopher Nolan movies, this one is like, and I understand it's not totally Christopher Nolan's fault, but this one is more formulaic, like it has all these moments that are like typical Hollywood stuff, you know, like oh, we've got to have this happen and we've got to have this and we got to have the funny little nice coat, you know, we got to have these
Yeah.
funny little moments. But it was really cool. It has really good actors. Gary Oldman showing up
Mhm.
as Gordon. You know, there was some
Fantastic.
really cool
Yep.
stuff. Yes.
Yes.
I love that movie. It's just got a couple of things about it that got corrected in the next one, you know, but it's really good. I'm fine with that if you want to do B.
Yeah, I'd be cool with that too.
I feel like the reason I would put it in B is only because of this.
It's not very rewatchable. It's a one and done movie.
Well, because The Dark Knight was just so fucking perfect.
Oh yeah, that's S tier for me.
Dark
Yeah.
Knight is not a superhero movie. It's a crime thriller that happens.
It's almost a horror movie,
Yeah.
bro. Fucking
It's fucking
what's
amazing.
my man's name? You know,
Ledger.
Heath Ledger.
Heath Ledger,
Yeah.
bro. I'm gonna tell you. All right, I'm gonna say this. Call me a bitch if you want to. I don't give a fuck. Right? I watch horror movies all the fucking time. After I saw this shit in the theater, bro, like before I went to bed, like I'm not gonna front. Like I opened my closet just to make sure that Heath Ledger wasn't in my closet and shit. And I was like, bro, he was a maniac. Like he
Wow.
put fear in you. Like he was.
Look at me.
But tell me, I'm all right. Am I wrong about that? Like, wasn't he just so like his mindset was so diabolical.
Oh yeah,
he
no,
did
was,
something like what he did with the Joker is like what Keaton did with Batman. Like he cared so much about what he was doing. He locked himself into a hotel room for I don't even remember how long.
It was a
And, like,
couple months, and
yeah.
he slept 3 hours a day, so he'd feel crazy.
Yeah, and he came up with like all these little tiny details about what that character, like he just started living like that character would live, and he would like think about like the scars, so he started sucking on his cheeks so he would get used to like
Housekeeping? Yes, I'd like 3 extra towels. Anything else?
yeah. Well, I don't know about all that, but
I want to know how staff dealt with him acting all loony.
that would have been funny.
it's and I think also you have to be honest and say that because in the in the time period when this movie was coming out, Heath Ledger passed away. It added this mystique to the story and to the movie that wouldn't have been there otherwise. Even though, yes, Heath Ledger's amazing and everything,
Right. Yeah.
it's sort of amplified because we're all like, you get that Crow effect, the Crow thing.
Yep.
Yes.
I
Yeah,
was
yeah,
just thinking that.
Yeah.
I don't know. All right. Well, that's a whole topic for a different discussion. But still, even with that set in mind, do you still not think that his performance
Yeah,
was
it's amazing.
just legendary? Even
Absolutely.
with the mysterious, unprecedented part of his death and what have you, his whole demeanor, everything in that role is still just rewatchable times a
Well,
thousand.
he changed what people expect from the Joker going forward.
Yes.
Because Jack Nicholson, amazing. We all love what Jack did, but what Jack did was sort of like the comic book and sort of a tribute to what had been done by Cesar Romero and a lot of other
Correct.
stuff.
Fair.
And-
Absolutely fair.
Yeah, and then so what Ledger does is just reinvents the Joker.
He was doing like the Killing Joke Joker almost, wasn't he?
Well, not even. I'm somewhat, yeah, but he really just changes what you think the Joker could be. Like he brings him into the real world. Like what I love about the Nolan Batman movies is they're not like superhero movies. It's like
No,
I
they're
agree with
drama.
that. I agree.
They're
Yeah,
action.
I
They're
agree.
action
I agree with
dramas.
that.
And he made he focused on the criminal aspect and mastermind of the Joker, the evil of the Joker, versus the comedic clown aspect of the Joker that's always been
absolutely.
previously portrayed.
Yeah, we got to see a Joker that was like, I mean, they took away all the restrictions and just let the Joker go, and let's see who this guy would have been. What's the ultimate Batman villain? The opposite of Batman, and okay, let's do it. And so what they give you is like just a taste of what you imagine we were gonna get. Where would this character have continued to, like, where would we have learned about like who he was and how his relationship with Batman, and we just get a taste of that, and that you can imagine there's so much other stuff that could have been said between these two and could have happened between these two. Heath Ledger really created like this real, like almost tangible villain that's like designed by design, created because there is a Batman, there's a Joker, and it just added so much more to like.
It was mayhem, is what it was. It was
Yeah.
just fucking. It was,
Yeah, you can see this character existing because Batman exists.
right.
Like,
yes.
They feed off each other.
Right.
Because
exactly.
Batman would even, I think, even if I'm wrong, even was like he feels responsible for the Joker to
Yes.
manifest because of his actions.
His existence.
Yeah, they talk about that in the movies about escalation, and you do this, this happens. I mean, at the end of Batman Begins, when they're introducing the concept of the Joker, they're also introducing that concept of what are the consequences of you going to be, and the Joker is the consequences of Batman existing. Absolutely.
Yep.
So it's just perfect.
Yeah, Batman lore is hands down top tier for comics. I don't think there's anything better. Besides, I love my X-Men, but Batman's up there,
Yeah,
dude.
I agree.
With
I
the
agree.
with the villain lore, the villains are amazing.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and put that there. And I don't know what you guys feel, but
Okay.
I
that's
love
what
that
feel.
movie. I absolutely love that movie. I
I
know
do
Oh,
that.
yeah, it's
Tom?
S tier.
You think it's S tier?
Okay.
I meant Dark Knight, not the third
Okay.
one.
Okay.
Third one's
Okay.
B.
Okay, what I was gonna say, and this might be shocking, but honestly, I find that Dark Knight Rises is kind of boring.
It is.
Yeah.
Like it's
Alright,
not
alright.
bad. It's well made. I just think it's long. There's not like a lot going on. Like I remember like the first like
And
hour. of the
Bane is a
movie-
meme.
Yeah, like the first
Well,
hour of
Tom
the movie,
Hardy-
literally nothing happens.
Tom Hardy is his name. Tom Hart.
Yeah, Tom Hardy.
Yeah, Tom Hardy.
He did a fantastic job as Bane. Like, let's get that done. But I don't. Do you feel like it's fair to compare Joker from The Dark Knight to this?
Bane.
It's like, because I feel like that's what everybody would downgrade this movie for, is for those reasons. But I still feel the whole separation from Bruce Wayne and Batman, did put me on edge for most of the movie.
Yeah.
Right. And I was.
Okay. Let me.
I'm struggling for words because I like the movie.
I think
but
I had pacing issues. They drawn out him trying to
Okay.
get his strength back into prison.
Right. This
Too
is what I was
long.
going to say. Like, so the movie starts, and we're already at kind of a disadvantage because Batman's been out of commission for years, and
Right.
he's fucked up. He's got medical issues. He's kind of this weird hermit. Catwoman, I would say, I like Anne Hathaway. I think she's hot, but I don't think she was very good Catwoman.
No, she's kind of a plain
She
Jane.
was
She's an attractive
absolutely
lady,
the
but
most forgettable Catwoman in Catwoman
Yeah.
history.
Yeah,
even with Halle
Catwoman-
Berry in the mix.
Catwoman needs to be a seductress like Cleopatra.
Yeah.
You want
She's
her.
she's just
So-
a thief, is what she
Yeah.
is.
So this is the problem. If there was a problem with this movie, is that there was this political thing that Nolan was trying to address in this movie, where at the time, I don't know if you guys remember, they had this like Wall Street.
Occupy Wall Street.
Yes,
Yeah, right. So-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Facts,
So
facts,
there's
facts.
yeah. So there's sort of this element in the movie that they pay a little too much attention to. I'm not pissed off about it or anything. I'm just saying there was some conflicting things going on in the movie that I think took away from the story. And I love the stuff with Bane and Batman and the whole dynamic of what's
The
going
whole
on
thing
there.
for me, with Talia, with the whole
Yeah.
secret reveal thing, I was like,
Yeah,
it didn't. I was like, oh, okay, we're doing
Yeah,
that
well,
now. Like, it
when
didn't
you-
give me like, it didn't give me that. I was like, oh, okay.
okay, but that moment comes when Bane starts reading the confession that Gordon had written. That was a very powerful moment when he got a hold of that confession that Gordon was going to read at the beginning of the movie but decided not to. And they have to face the consequences of the decisions they made based on what happened to Two-Face.
That's good.
I thought that was
Yep.
great. When we started
Yeah.
dealing with the actual story of that movie, it's great. The problem is the extra stuff. Like, dude, okay, the badass moment. Remember the scene when the guy who's like trying to like weasel around and get, I don't know what all he's doing, but like Bane puts his hand on the guy's shoulder and he says, "Do you feel in charge?" And that whole like moment between them when he's like, "You're pure evil," and he's like, "I am necessary," and that's fucking awesome. Okay,
Yes.
there's some
I
awesome
agree.
shit
I
in that
agree.
movie.
I agree. Yeah.
When it gets to the story, when you go to the hole, when he's down in the pit, in the Lazarus pit, as you know, I love how Nolan incorporates stuff from the comic, but makes it like, how am I going to do this in a real world scenario? Like, because everything about his movies is like, assume Batman was like all the comic books and stuff that you've seen is a legend that was written about all this real stuff that actually did happen. And so The comic books and everything is going to be more flamboyant and whatever. But the real world scenario of what happened is what these movies are. I love that idea. The legend aspect to it. So when it's the story stuff, this movie's great. When they go off on a tangent, it gets lost in the woods a little bit. And yes, I understand why you said the movie's slow, because there's a lot of moments that I think that really shouldn't have even been in the movie, and they kind of waste time going through stuff. But
Yeah,
it's tough to say. I don't know. I'm not a Hollywood, director.
Oh well, me neither. But no, I just think this is the movie I watched like once, and honestly, I don't think I would ever rewatch it again, just because, like I said, a lot of it was kind of a snore.
Well, I think I was a huge fan of the Dark Knight, Nightfall, Night Quest, Night's End series where Bane breaks Batman's back in the comic book.
I have the whole comic book series right down
Okay,
here.
you know what I'm talking about.
Yep.
I love that series.
Yep.
So to see Bane finally portrayed as a good villain, and to see that moment in a movie,
Yep.
I will always love The Dark Knight Rises. What really sucks about The Dark Knight Rises is this fucking bullshit. The shooting that happened at the theater really distracted everybody away from the movie itself and made it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, that's what
it's
everybody
fucked.
was talking about, was the mass shooting. Like,
Oh, that John Holmes dude, was that his name?
yeah, that stupid motherfucker that like painted his hair like, oh, I'm the fucking Joker or whatever, and goes and kills all these people, and then that's all anybody cares about. They forget this movie even is a movie. That's because you
It
mentioned
raised
that movie.
controversy for Joaquin Phoenix Joker too.
It
They're
did.
like, oh, it's an
Yep.
incel white rage propaganda film. Like, no, it's not. It's Taxi Driver with Joker skin.
Well, that's a very different kind of thing. That literally they were doing an homage to Martin Scorsese.
Pretty much.
But yeah, this was. I thought The Dark Knight Rises was great. It's just there are some legitimate criticisms because of some of the decisions in storytelling, and
Yeah,
unfortunately, we don't remember it that much because everybody's like, yeah, they don't want to even think about that movie because of the stuff that happened.
yeah. I actually kind of forgot about that shooting thing that happened until you mentioned it.
Well, I didn't, because I was like, you motherfucker, you choose to do this, and I'm a big Batman fan, so I took it like,
So I just want to show this. I don't know if this is what you're talking about. This is what I have.
Oh, you've got the actual.
Yeah, this is the whole.
Yes.
This is the whole fucking thing.
I have most of.
I have part
I
one,
used to have
and
the
I also
entire.
have part two. Which is
Okay,
the
so-
whole, yep.
I used to own every single comic in that 3-part series, but unfortunately, I lost some of them. I don't know how, whatever, but I still own most of them, and that is my favorite comic book series ever of any comic book series.
Yep.
It's amazing stuff. The stuff with Azrael, which people don't even know about. People don't even know who the fuck Azrael is.
Yeah,
you know?
that's one of the few things I have on paper. I have some other ones floating around there, but this is one of my favorite ones.
Yeah, that's greatness. And I would love someday if they would actually do that story. Now, I'm appreciating that what Nolan did with Bane and everything, but to do the actual story where all the villains, like Bane manipulates all the villains into teaming up against Batman and wearing him down. Good God, what a great story. Like,
Yeah.
That
people
sounds
don't
great.
know people don't even know what actually happened. And Batman getting his back broke wasn't like, oh, he just got his back broke. That shit was like, it took forever because Batman had to literally be worn down before finally Bane comes in and does that. It was so
Yeah.
cool. Anyway, I'll
Yeah.
shut up.
No. I love it. It's fire.
I geek out over that.
Yeah, you know your shit, dog. You know your shit.
Well, I've read those fucking comics. Like, I don't even.
love Batman. Batman's my favorite superhero.
Yeah.
Hands down.
Absolutely. Okay,
I'm
so
gonna put this here. I'm gonna put that.
I
here.
would agree with that spot. Yeah.
I really liked it. Oh, I'm sorry. Did you need to leave or anything?
I love that movie. Okay, I love that they tried to do something really artistic, really interesting with the visuals and everything. I need to see more because I feel like this is part one of something. You know, I don't we don't get to see enough of Bruce Wayne and
I'm gonna say I think he was a terrible Bruce Wayne. I'm gonna go ahead and get that
okay.
on the
So this is
table.
what I'm
I
trying
think
to get
that
at.
I don't think that he's a great Bruce Wayne. I think
Yeah.
that he's a emo, fucking self-deprecating. I'm upset and I'm sad. And yes, Bruce Wayne is that, but he hides that on the inside.
Yep.
He is a very charismatic type of, people
Playboy.
of
He's a
people.
ladies'
Yeah.
man.
And he hides all that self-deprecation behind that. So I think that he did a really good job at being Batman.
If you think
especially
about
in the first scene where it's like, he's in the dark and he comes out.
Yeah.
I think I'll finish this and I'll let you continue. I just think that
Okay.
he was. I think the detective part of it was fucking phenomenal because he's the world's greatest detective. Let's get that done. That's who Batman is. He's the world's greatest detective, right? And I feel like that's what capitalized on this role as him being Batman was the world's greatest detective. I just feel like he was not a good Bruce Wayne in any manner.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Yeah.
He was a really good year one Batman. You know, a young.
This is year. Yep. Facts.
That's what that movie came across to me, but I haven't watched it yet.
Oh, you need to see it, dude. Like it's actually
really not
good.
bad. It's long as fuck. Because every movie.
That's why I don't want to do. I kind of stopped doing long movies. I don't have time for them.
Well, you should see some of it because the cinematography is really good. It's
I'll watch it. I'll watch it in 3 1-hour parts.
I went to the theater and watched it by myself because me and my wife were supposed to go and watch it. Then my son got sick, and my wife was nice enough, like, just go to the theater by yourself and watch it. I'm like, I want to
say something. I want to say something kind of controversial. I maybe it's not controversial, but I know that everybody loves Jim Carrey. I know that, and I love Jim Carrey too. But I will say, what Jim Carrey did to the Riddler was kind of bullshit. Okay,
it was the 60s show all over again, just goofier. He turned it up to 10.
Yeah.
So he really he made the Riddler into a cartoon character. Just he's going to do all these wacky.
Yeah, we already have the Joker. We don't need that.
Animated shit didn't do that to the Riddler.
No, see, this is what I'm
animated
saying.
series is my favorite.
Okay, so Tim Burton had planned to have Robin Williams be the Riddler, and a lot of what was going to happen with that character. It's fascinating actually because Robin Williams had put a lot of work and thought into what he was going to do with the Riddler, and a lot of the work that he did for that ended up going into another movie he made with Christopher Nolan called Insomnia.
Oh,
that's a fantastic film.
Yeah, and a lot of the work that Robin Williams did went into the character for that.
Interesting.
I actually did not know that. That's actually cool. Because I actually love that movie.
Yeah, because
makes sense.
They wanted to make the Riddler a serial killer. They wanted to make him like
he's kind of like Jigsaw before the Saw movies came out. Like
they were like, why would this character be interesting? Well, he's going to taunt Batman with riddles, and you do it, and naturally you go, okay, he needs to be a serial killer. And so the fact that they went there in this movie I absolutely loved that. I thought it was like, oh, finally the Riddler gets to be the Riddler the way they wanted to put the Riddler in the movies back in the day.
Yep.
And I thought it was done. I know it's going to sound, I don't know, maybe kind of movie snobby or whatever, but I thought it was fucking exquisite. Like, I thought it was like, yes, every step of the way. I love what they did with the Riddler.
I feel like what they did with this movie was the most realistic approach on Batman that could possibly be most realistic in a realistic.
Well, it's not just realistic. It's hyper realistic because it's like really, it's that 90s dark, The Crow, thing.
Fair,
it's
fair.
It's
really
dark and gritty.
Yeah, it's cool.
I remember that scene when I was sitting in the theater by myself because my wife couldn't come, and the fucking car scene where Penguin's like, "Ha! I got him! I got him! I got him!" and the fucking shit jumps over the shit and lands. I was like, that shit was fire.
I gotta
Because
say,
it wasn't like the Batmobile. It was just like some fucking shit
Yeah.
he would build in a garage.
Like
right.
a muscle car.
yeah, year
Yeah.
one Batman stuff, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like not in his final form yet. Like
Yeah.
still figuring that out. And I
Are they
gotta
going to
say,
make a sequel to that, or is that a one?
Yeah, no, they're making another.
I think,
one.
yeah,
Oh,
I've
good.
heard it's in the works somewhere.
That's
Well,
the
they're
only thing
doing-
DC's got going on right now. Just flush everything else down the toilet.
They're actually doing a show based on Colin Farrell's Riddler character. I mean, not Penguin.
I've heard that, but I don't know if I'd be down for that. I mean, yeah,
I'm
I don't
done
know.
with
Colin
shows.
Farrell, he's a fantastic fucking actor.
Well, okay, so the Penguin that they did in this movie is obviously nothing like any other version of the Penguin
He's a
that I've seen.
slimy, fucking backstabbing, back alley type criminal.
Yeah, I like it because it is so different, and you're
Mm.
not going to compare it to like Danny DeVito or something like that. But yeah, you just have to note that okay, this is a different kind of Penguin, and that's why I like this movie because
But what
It's-
about that Batman show? Did you watch that live action Batman show? What's that guy?
Gotham?
Yeah,
Gotham?
Gotham, where he was kind of like a slimy piece of shit who worked his way up in the
Yeah.
crime.
no,
You know
I
what I
liked
mean?
Gotham, but it was a little campy. Like it was a
Yeah.
good show. It just
Yeah,
you know,
And there was no Batman, was there? It was just the
No.
villains.
a young Bruce Wayne.
Fuck that.
Yeah, I never seen it.
there's some good stuff in that show. There is some really cool stuff. Like the guy who plays the Joker character.
Yeah, he plays Cal in Star Wars.
Yeah,
I know.
he's
Yeah, yeah,
fantastic. He's
He's really
he's the reason to watch that show. Just
He's
watch.
also
Yeah,
in that
so I
show,
heard.
Shameless.
Shameless is pretty funny.
Yeah,
Yeah, I liked his character. I liked some of the stuff in that show. Jada Pinkett Smith is in that damn show,
she's terrible.
She's not
yeah,
good.
Yeah,
but the
she has
guy
no
that,
emphasis.
That's probably her last relevancy for her career is that show. I don't see her blowing up
she's
again.
not doing
especially
nothing. Nobody.
with her weird bad takes and antics. She's done.
I mean, she's whatever. She's trash. You know.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
I mean, literally, she goes in public and just like airs out all her marriage stuff, and it's
Yeah, she's like another Amber Heard, just a horrible woman that's famous.
All right,
she's
so,
a horrible person. Well,
I don't know what everybody's doing on time, but how do you guys feel about doing this list real quick?
Yeah, we can knock this one out a little bit, yeah.
okay.
Again, you guys set the bar high.
Oh my God, number
Yep.
one.
Yep.
Without it, there's,
Mark
yeah,
killed this fucking character. He nailed
absolutely.
it 1,000
does.
fucking
Yep.
percent.
Mask
This
of the
is
Phantasm, dude.
the best. All right, I'm gonna say it. This is the best version of the Joker.
Yeah,
Shoot
yeah.
me, shoot me. This is the best version of the Joker, hands down.
Mark Hamill
Mark
knew something
Hamill?
about.
Mark
Oh yeah,
Hamill
he's,
nailed the fucking Joker.
Yeah,
bro.
he knew
Nailed
something
it.
about that character. I don't know. He was born to be that character.
Yes, 1,000%, without
Yeah.
a question.
I think he plays a better Joker than he plays a Luke.
yeah.
Well, yeah.
All right. God damn it.
Oh,
This
you know
is a
what?
really
Mr.
good-
Freeze. Mr. Freeze is fucking badass. in
Oh
that.
my god.
Yep.
Because he's really
They should bring him back for the Batman year 2, the new saga of Batman. I want a new dark Mr. Freeze.
Yeah,
Mr.
same.
Freeze, dude. That
I
is
like
the
that.
best
his whole
version.
backstory with the wife and what
Yes,
have you. Like
so good.
It's perfect. It's fucking perfect because even Batman himself is he sympathetic to his.
He suffered
even
loss.
though he's evil, he knows, he feels his sympathetic. Ah man. Such
Are
a
we
good-
doing Batman villains grading or something?
Batman villains and
From the show.
the cartoon.
and-
I like Mad Hatter. Mad Hatter's underrated.
Mad Hatter. Yeah. Okay.
He's not utilized enough in the
Yeah, they
Batman.
didn't really do
Re-
too much with Mad Hatter.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I feel like he's a more of a B tier.
You know who really-
Scarface is cool too.
you know who really established this character in people's minds is um, Harley Quinn. Like Harley Quinn in
Yep.
this, if it wouldn't have been for the performance that
Yes.
she did,
I
wouldn't
don't agree with it, but I will concur with I know what you're about to say.
yeah, there would be no Harley Quinn movie. There would be no like she
Harley
put
Quinn
that
was
character.
invented because of this show.
Yeah.
Harley Quinn became of the show. She
Yep.
wasn't in comics or nothing. Harley Quinn became of the animated Batman series.
Yes.
Yeah. In fact, her actor actually died like recently.
Yeah, that sucks.
I heard that. I heard that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's terrible.
I'll put Clayface here because I'll never forget that fucking episode.
That was cool, dude.
Bro, that was the most saddest ass shit on
Yeah.
fucking cartoons for children. Like the most message that it sent, where basically like your image. Oh god, that shit was so deep and dark. That was one of the most darkest episodes of the Batman animated series. Period.
Yeah, Clayface was a character nobody even really knew about, and then they did that episode, and it was like, oh wow, this is a deep.
This is a
character.
dark. He has a dark fucking past.
Yeah. Very good.
Oh, yeah.
The Riddler
Ooh.
character is the interpretation that they did. What carried
It's
over
a proper.
carried over into the video games. I really like the Riddler interpretation. That's one.
Yep.
Yeah, I like the mystery of him. Like, why is he that way? Where is he hiding? Yeah, he's very calm. He's
Catwoman
not-
was really hot.
Bane
He's
was
not the Joker
very,
part two.
very generic
Okay,
in this series.
I don't agree at all with how they portrayed Bane in the cartoon.
He's like a super Russian super soldier, like fucking.
Oh, he was like Juggernaut or Jack from Tekken.
Yeah, or he was the Russian guy from the what's the boxing movies with
Ivan
Ivan
Drago.
yeah, he's like Drago basically.
See, and this is what it's frustrating to me because I'm so familiar with the comic book.
Right. Yeah.
And I'm like, guys, you don't even understand who Bane is. Like, oh my god.
Yeah, it's
Like-
a bad interpretation.
But it's way better than what they did in that Batman and Robin movie.
Yeah.
I feel like the puppeteer guy was S tier because of his
The
psychology.
ventri-
that was
oh, you took-
cool.
Is that the ventriloquist?
Yeah,
How
yeah,
fucked up he was in the head.
yeah, he was cool. And
Yeah,
and
like
they had this whole
Scarface.
they had this
Yeah.
whole weird mysterious thing with that puppet where like you're kind of like not
There's like a
even
Goosebumps
sure.
episode. Remember Goosebumps back in the day? So it had like
It's
that
kind of
whole
like Norman Bates in Psycho. He's
Yes.
split personality.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're like,
Yeah.
is this puppet? What's going on? Like, you're like, is this like, is he split personality, or is there something
Yeah.
going on with this puppet? You're,
Right.
like,
or is it like
confused.
supernatural or
Yeah,
what?
yeah.
No, I think he's channeling his monster inside him with that puppet. That's what takes over.
Right,
yeah.
but you question it. You have these moments when you're like, whoa, what's up here?
Or,
You know?
or is he being yeah because you don't know who he is, but deep down you find out that he's just inside.
Oh
of you,
yeah,
like,
or is a puppet
Yeah,
some
thinking.
possessed entity? Is he like Chucky and he's
Yeah.
taking advantage of this old man? You don't know.
yeah,
Pretty cool stuff.
yeah.
Classic.
A tier though, man. I gotta put A tier. He was great, but I
Yeah.
don't think he fits any of these.
He's not in the top, but he's a solid next level.
Yes,
on secondary.
absolutely. Like
Yeah.
the whole coin flip shit, we get it,
Yeah.
and I love it, and we all love it. But it doesn't compare to Harley Quinn's tragic backstory. Friesman's tragic backstory, the Joker, obviously. He doesn't compare to any of these.
I agree with that.
I don't know if they did my boy.
You
the
know,
Penguin very
I felt like
serviceable.
I felt like the Penguin was just like they were trying to like copy some of what Danny DeVito did, and
yeah,
it was okay. It just didn't quite get there.
yeah. No, I agree. Absolutely.
Yeah, he was fine.
When they did the Batman, whatever.
Oh, the Man Bat.
Yeah, the Man Bat. Yeah,
That was pretty cool. That was pretty cool. But it was like that was like something out of like an '80s episode of the
Right.
Hulk or something, you know.
And they did well. They tried to
It
play
was
that
an
in the
excuse to
Arkham
make
Knight.
action figures.
Yeah. Yes, I agree with that. You know, I keep that in D tier.
He's action figure filler. Take out D and just make the action figure filler.
Ivy is always plays good cop, bad cop bullshit to me. She always ends up like siding with Batman to help Batman. She never is actually the true villain. She just as long as her plants are okay, she'll help whoever's helping her. So she's not really a true villain.
You know, I gotta say,
She's
thought-
iconic a little bit. She's C for me, not D, but
I think
She looks like a
Ivy
nice
is way
rat.
better in the video games than she is in the cartoon. Like,
right.
I thought she was much more interesting.
She's just a really sexy hippie. That's all she is.
Yes.
Yeah.
Smash.
It's like, you tear up my plants, we smash.
All right,
All right.
Catwoman in the animated series.
I like Catwoman in this.
I do too.
Me too.
I
She's
do.
She's
A
got the
or
right
S. She's good.
personality. She's hot as shit. She acts like Catwoman should be acting. She's
Yes.
concerned about what Catwoman. Yeah, I like that version of Catwoman very much.
She has her own motives. She does her own
Yeah.
thing. She'll help out when she feels that she should help out. But
Yeah.
realistically, she's not on board with all of Batman's values.
Right.
Scarecrow. I feel like they did Scarecrow a little dirty in this shit. Why'd they make him look like this?
There's two interpretations on that cartoon of Scarecrow. There's that one, and there's another one that they did before that. But I got
My favorite
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
my favorite Scarecrow was in his interpretation outside of comics was in Arkham Asylum.
Yes,
That's a good one. Yeah.
That's a great-
100%.
That's a great fucking game. Yep.
That's definitely the best version of the Scarecrow.
Yep.
And
Facts.
wasn't he voiced by that guy who was in that? Damn it, he was in Lord of the Rings, and he did that.
Peter Dinklage?
No.
Andy Serkis.
No, damn it, I can't. He played in the Lord of the Rings. He was the guy who was the steward of Gondor that burned himself up and jumped off the thing. He was the father of Boromir and Faramir.
Oh fuck. Shit.
Yeah, buy him everything. I never
He has
watched
a
Lord of the Rings.
fucking
I've
great
watched
voice.
it, but not enough.
Yeah.
Nah, I have. It's just, not in a long time, and I forget
Yeah,
everything.
I know. I can't remember the guy's name or even what I know him from necessarily, but other than that, but dude, the voice, that guy is such a good voice.
I
Like,
still want. I still feel comfortable with him at C with Bane. I feel like
Yeah,
I don't
that's
like
fine.
that version of Bane. I'm sorry. I just don't.
Killer
But-
Croc. Killer Croc.
I would say B. Like he was cool, but he wasn't like, high.
I gotta say, for Killer Croc though, what they did in the comic in the cartoon, was they made Killer Croc into a villain that you
Sympathize with.
yeah, he had a story, and they went into his character and made you think about him as an actual villain instead of just this monster, you
Right.
know?
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
So that was pretty cool.
I don't know who the fuck this is. Guys. What am I
Trying to
missing?
look.
Can't even see. Can't tell what that is.
I don't know who this is either. I remember this face, but I
Yeah,
can't
I remember the
character.
face. Yeah, I can't tell. It's hard.
We'll take them off. We'll take them off. We'll take them off. I think this is a solid list that we got.
I mean,
We'll just put them in D tier because we don't know who
fuck
they are.
it, throw him in there.
All right, but anyway, this is a solid fucking Batman animated villains. Because oh my god, I love this show so fucking much, bro.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Like I said, not many of them were bad. So
Yeah.
There's like a documentary where the people that made that cartoon talk about the making of everything and everything. And you should, if you can find it, watch it, because
So
They-
fucking good, dude.
dude, the amount of work they put into this, like they really wanted to do something special, and that's why it stands the test of time, because they really went to the next level for that cartoon. It was really good. And what I love is how they they kept that like 1950s kind of aesthetic to everything.
Yes.
Yep.
It looks so cool. It looks like comic books, period. Like very cool stuff.
Also, I'm just a sucker for hand drawn animation.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Dude. And that's dude, you can tell when you're watching this cartoon that they're actually using film like cells
Yep.
and doing the old school process of how you zoom in and out of the film
Yeah.
cells and stuff.
The passion, you can tell the passion
Yeah.
they put into it.
Yeah, it's fucking great. And the music, oh my god.
Yep.
Shirley
Yeah,
Walker.
Yeah.
Shirley Walker's theme that she did for what was it? Batman Mask of the Phantasm. Oh my god.
That's a good movie too.
That amazing movie. Yeah.
Oh, we should do that next time.
I had the
Fucking
poster.
Batman
I had the
animated
poster to
movies.
VHS.
Dude. Yeah. Batman Mask of the Phantasm was the best Batman movie for years. It was the best one. Like, it was fucking great.
There's
Yeah,
so-
before we got the
Conroy.
Nolan
they're
era.
all so- no, but the animated, they're all so good. Some of those anime.
Can you hear me?
They're so good.
Yeah,
I
we
can
hear
hear
you.
you.
Yeah, we hear you.
Okay. Feel like I'm talking to nobody.
No, we hear you, dude. I'm appreciating everything you're saying.
All right, you
Oh
guys.
no, I just I don't hear acknowledgement. I can't tell if my shit's cutting off.
You guys got time?
Go
another
fast
list?
food. Fast
Oh,
food's quick.
food.
Fast food's gonna be. I don't know. Bro.
All right.
Oh, we're gonna.
Okay.
This is when it gets nasty.
You know what's going to be confusing though? We have 4 people in 4 different regions of North America, so it's going to
That's
be.
true. That's true. That's true.
I haven't had that. We don't have that
Let me show
here.
the options. Let me show the options before we get hung up. on
I was
that.
just gonna say, in Canada, we don't have a lot of this.
Yeah, you don't have Jack in the Box, so fuck you.
All right, we got
Yeah.
we got fast food. We got
Wow.
some horror movies. We have NES games.
Oh, this
We
is too
have-
tough. The NES.
We
stuff,
have some like 80s, 90s movies,
this is tough too.
and
You
then
got
we
some
have
tough
some
lists.
80s movies only.
I'd say 80s movies only.
I feel like this is a good one. I feel like this is going to be a good one.
Yeah.
Wow, this is.
What do you guys feel about 80s movies?
Dude,
I'll
you're
do
gonna have
that
a hard
one.
time with this because some of these. Are,
Yes, I agree.
I mean, how do you put Spaceballs in the same category as fucking? I don't know. Dirty Dancing.
Dirty
Dirty Dancing, bro. I watched this shit a lot of times. All right, more than I wanted to because I had, a sister.
Is that movie
She-
Ghost on here? is that on the-
Is Ghost on here? I don't think so.
It's one of my
There's
favorites.
Ghostbusters.
Really,
Ghost,
really,
yeah.
Ghost is your favorite?
Yeah, how you gonna put Ghost? You gonna put Ghost in the same category as Ghostbusters?
Yeah, I remember as a kid, I used to see the cover for the movie Ghost. I used to think it was a horror movie because, but then it's
Alright,
like, oh no,
I
it's
feel
not.
like this might be this could be a good one you could bang out before everybody might hit the
We're gonna fight on this one. This is gonna-
Okay. All right, which one do you guys want to do? I'm open. I like to do movies because I love movies.
I like the movie one too.
What about this one though? Look at the choices. Look at the choices. What do you feel? What do you feel?
There's a lot of these I haven't seen.
This is more horror movies. I'm a horror movie guy, so
Yeah, there's a
Yeah.
couple here I know, and then there's a few I don't know.
Right, me
or
too, me
ones
too.
I've never
and we don't have to
seen.
go through all of them. We can just pick some like the ones that we agree on.
Is Misery a horror movie?
Yes,
I
what
would
the
say
fuck
it
would you
is.
mean?
Yeah, dude,
What,
that-
all right, hold on. What would you classify Misery?
I
as,
don't know.
man?
That's a good.
I would say a thriller. I actually read the book to that.
Yeah,
by the
see,
way.
that's the thing. It's like there's different kinds of horror.
Bro,
movies,
she
right?
broke bro's feet. Like, he's tied
Yeah,
up
I
in the
guess you're
bed.
right. You're
That's
right.
horror.
It
Like,
is
what-
horror. I mean, I know it's
what-
Stephen
Is
King.
that like, you know what? I find this interesting.
No,
I'm just saying-
it's a
Scary
horror
as
movie
shit.
I was gonna say it's horror because it's something that could actually happen to you. and it
Right,
would
yes.
suck.
Yes.
I just think it's interesting that the horror genre can have movies like, Halloween, and it can also have movies like Misery, and that's like
Mm,
such.
that's a fair assessment.
It's just so different.
Well, it's like with psychological stuff, and then you got like the stuff that's kind of more what do you call it? They're like fantasy like or supernatural.
Yeah.
All right, so you guys want to do horror movies? You want to do 80s movies? What you guys feeling? What you guys feeling?
I think we'll do.
Such yeah, I know. There's somebody like this could
Shit.
this could get deep. This could get deep.
Wait, which one has like more? Which one has less?
This one has less. This one has more. But I feel like these are easier bangers to go through.
Yeah, because a
think
lot of these I can tell I've seen for sure.
Yeah.
There might be like a couple I haven't, but
All right, let's do 80s movies. All right.
Okay. All right.
Okay, let's do 80s movies. All right. All right. Again, we gotta find something that's goated to set off what we think is the top tier movie. Easy. Fucking
Who
easy.
Framed Roger Rabbit?
Who Framed Roger Rabbit is one of the greatest films of all fucking time. Tell me I'm wrong in any way, shape, or form.
It's a brilliant movie. It really is. Like
Yeah, it's great. Yep.
what they did in that was phenomenal. Plus, you gotta give them a huge amount of credit for being able to get Disney shit in there too. Like
Yeah.
that was
Yep.
very interesting.
You had fucking Bugs Bunny and fucking Mickey Mouse
Yeah.
skydiving
Yep.
out of shit, having a conversation. You'll never
Bob-
see that shit again. You'll never see that shit.
No.
Yeah, dude.
Bob Hoskins is so good in that. Like,
Oh yeah.
Literally,
Yep.
nobody believed he was English. They're like, "What? No."
I knew years later. I
Yeah.
thought he legit was like a New Yorker.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
he was really good in that movie.
Yeah.
You know, I have
And
a
then he played
feeling-
Mario.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was just gonna say. I think
He's
the
Mario
reason why he
Mario.
played Mario was because of that movie.
I think you're probably right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Who
All right,
framed
And then he
Roger
played Shmee in Hook.
Rabbit? Oh, he did. That's
we
right.
already talked
yeah.
about this Batman. That's
Yeah, we can
that's here.
put-
This is
put
one of
that
the
up
greatest
there.
films of all time. There's no debating that, right?
No debate. No debate.
Ooh, The Thing.
Why is
Yeesh.
Poltergeist and
I put that in amazing. Yeah. Yeah, the thing
Okay.
is great.
I really like The Thing, but I don't
Dude,
know if I
you
can
talk
put it as a
about-
great. Go ahead. Go ahead.
You talk about a movie that gives you the fucking creeps. That
Yes.
you like check your closet.
Because you
look
don't know
under
who
your
the
bed.
fuck is who. You don't know what is what.
Dude, I remember years and years later, like the thing came out in like '82, and I remember watching it randomly on TV one night in like the middle of the '90s, and I literally had to turn every light in the house on because I was like, that movie scared the shit out of me.
yeah, me too.
I've seen it for years.
The dog scene is what fucked me up with the dog.
My daughter
yeah.
got
Dude,
so
I don't-
upset. Yeah,
I don't remember that movie, dude. It's been years since I've seen it.
the thing
Still
is
holds up.
brutally fucking realistic. Like it
Yes.
is so realistic.
It's like
Oh, I remember
Star
being
Wars
kick
was like
ass.
Star Wars, where every alien was like puppets and shit. It was like it wasn't CGI.
Oh, yeah, animatronics and handcrafted puppetry and
that
monsters.
shit.
It's the real deal, dude. I can't stand CGI. It's why.
Yep.
Oh, we lost.
No, but I agree with what he was saying though.
Yeah, you know what? The thing with so just real quick, talking about the thing. Okay, so I think the thing is responsible for a lot of people sort of waking up to how horrifying it could be to run into aliens.
Yes.
Like maybe we're not gonna have like a fun little it's the aliens, welcome to Earth moment, you know?
boys. You know?
Yeah.
A little slide action on there. Yeah.
Yeah, it's God, what a brutal movie.
Ooh,
I say
what's
do
the-
Terminator.
Is that on here?
Yeah, it's oh, that's Commando, but that works too.
All right.
I love that movie, Commando. That's a fun movie.
I want to pick something.
Remember when I said I would kill you last? Yeah, man, you said you killed me.
Ghostbusters 2 is fucking one of the greatest movies of all time.
Ghostbusters 2.
I like the first one better, but the second one is still good.
You know what? That might be. You know what? I don't care. That might be a more fitting category. I really like Ghostbusters 2, but I feel like it might just be in that category.
It's pretty good. It's not as good as the first one, and the first one is all time.
I've watched Big probably like 30 times.
I don't know about Big. It's okay.
It's good.
I
It's
love
good.
that
It's
as a-
good. It's good. It's good.
It's
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah.
It's fun.
I love
That
that movie
fucking
as a
shit where he
kid.
goes to like little fortune teller shit at the fucking
Yeah.
fair. Running joke that is I have this amusement park passing that I have that it's called Carowinds, and they have this thing, or they pop it out every year for like the whole October shit, and I always do the whole stick of doing the whole fucking thing out the window of it to my kids. They're like, "What is that from?" And I'm like, "You don't, you know what? You don't even understand."
That's great. And I grew up with that movie too.
E.T.
Oh my god,
One of the
E.T..
greatest movies of all time.
Yeah,
One of the greatest
E.T..
movies of all time.
Love that movie. Like
Yep.
the cinematography. I probably sound, ooh, let me put my pinky in the air when I say that word. But there's no other way to explain what I'm trying to say. The
Yep.
way the movie is shot is so cool. Like
Yep.
E.T. is brilliant. That is a great movie.
My kids had never seen it, and one day randomly I made a joke. I was like, "E.T. phone home." They're like, "The fuck are you? Why are you putting your finger in her face?" I was like, "You never seen E.T.?" And they're like, "No." I was like, "You're gonna sit down. You're gonna watch E.T. That's what we're doing today. You know what? Turn your cell phones off or watching E.T." And they loved it. They loved it.
How
They
can you not
loved
love
it.
that movie? It's
Yeah,
so
it
good.
was so yes, absolutely.
Unless you watch that shitty like edited version where they took the guns out and
Oh yeah, they're like bang 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 bang.
but you got to give a Spielberg credit. He realized that he made a mistake and fixed it. And he's like,
Yeah.
"No, let me fix this. I shouldn't have done that." So, I give him credit for owning his mistake.
What do you think about that? What do you
Yes.
think about that?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
Dude,
Dude.
that's you can rewatch that shit 1,000 times, and you could start at like 27 minutes in, and you can still finish it. It's so fucking perfect.
Yeah.
It's so fucking perfect.
Did you know that they're almost done shooting the sequel? They have like 2 days of shooting left, but they had to stop
Please
because of this
don't,
fucking
don't
strike.
let them fuck
Aw,
it up. Don't
man.
let them fuck it up, dude.
They had to stop shooting. They had 2 days left. What the fuck?
They should just.
Why did they not just finish the fucking shoot?
I just hope they don't fuck it up.
Yeah, that's the thing. The thing I'm worried too is because
Yeah.
there was rumors of a sequel for like years, and then like
Yeah.
like I feel like now it's almost like too late.
It's
But-
not
Yes.
too late though.
I think it is too late. I feel like people would just it's gonna go one or two ways. People are gonna, oh man, Beetlejuice 2 is what it's supposed to be, and then or it's like, it's too fucking late. I feel like it's gonna
Look,
go one or two ways.
I don't care. Like it may not be the best thing ever, but I'm just glad Michael Keaton is doing stuff and people are seeing
Yeah,
what he's doing.
Fair
and
enough. Fair enough.
Yeah,
Let him have his paycheck and some attention for what he does, you know? Terminator,
if it-
dude.
Is this the first
Terminator.
one or is it the second one?
that's the first one.
Dude,
It's
Terminator.
amazing. It's amazing. It's
It-
not greatest movies of all time, but it is amazing.
No,
The
it's not.
sequel is
It's
the
not
greatest
better than
of
the
all time.
second one. The second
Yeah,
one's
the
the best.
second one's desktop tier. Easy.
Yeah. But Terminator was all time, it's a great movie. It's a
Yes.
great
Oh
movie.
yeah.
Yes. Because in Terminator 2, you didn't know what the fuck to make of Arnold Schwarzenegger
Right.
at
God,
all.
oh my God. There's so many surprises in Terminator 2.
Yep.
It was just like, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit.
I kind of feel like this.
Yeah, I would put. Yep.
Poltergeist is amazing.
Oh yep.
God,
They're
what a scary
here.
movie, dude. The tree scene where the tree is eating
Oh
the-
yes, bro.
Oh my God.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie. I saw my shit on for a minute after that.
You know what
Yeah.
part still gets me is the part where he looks under the bed and then he gets like attacked by the clown doll.
Oh, the clown has
Yeah.
the like stretchy arms. Like,
yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
the swimming pool.
Oh, the swimming pool with the skeletons. And
Oh
shit.
my God.
Yikes.
What a great movie.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Perfect. Perfect 80s horror fucking. That was
Dude,
80s,
and
right? Was
The
that 80s?
sound effects in that movie when the ghosts come out of shit like and like the portal when they put the rope into the thing and
Yeah.
that's a cool ass fucking movie. That is a
Oh
cool
yeah.
All right. I've watched this shit. My kids told me to watch it, and it's doo doo.
What is that?
Oh, I like. That's a Ghibli studio movie. Here's the thing. I like those movies, but
I've
I do
never
think
seen
My
that.
Neighbor Totoro is like. It's not my favorite, but it's
What?
fun.
What? All right. So it's nothing happens. Nothing fucking happens. All right. Explain. Tell me that I'm wrong.
Okay, here's
There's just
what
like these kids, and shit happens, and this thing shows up, and then the movie ends, and I'm like, what the fuck did I just
Okay,
watch?
basically the whole point of the movie is that it's basically both these kids that have like just go on a summer vacation, and then of course they meet the fucking giant rabbit
Right.
cat thing, and then
Right,
it just
right,
kind
right.
of takes them on an adventure to like this crazy weird stuff, and then yeah, that's basically it.
Okay, so I'm gonna say something. I think anime is amazing. Okay,
Oh, same, yeah.
but I think sometimes because it's anime,
They get away with bullshit.
yeah. I mean, like this esoteric type of shit that is like it's interesting, but it's not all time amazing. It's like you have to respect the animation, sure,
Mm.
but
Oh yeah,
see,
dude.
we get like you know how like sometimes you hear, I don't know if you ever hear chicks talk about being dickmatized, you know, like we get dickmatized from animation. Like we see, oh, look at the animation, and it makes us think something's better than it really is.
I've seen this. I've seen the poster for this. I know it existed, but I was like, you know, I love Dragon Ball Z. I love anime to a degree, right? And then my
Yeah, dude, that's
oldest
nothing like Dragon Ball Z.
right, yeah, but my oldest daughter, she got into this, and she showed it to my two youngest ones, and they were like, "Oh, you should really sit down and watch this. It's a really good movie." And I was like, "Okay, look, I'll give it the time of day." And then I watched it, and I was like,
Yeah,
"Just
Like,
watch."
Dude,
like I said,
There's nothing good that happens. There's no plot. There's no plot twist. It's just things that happen.
I'm
and then
just
it's over.
like
I'm
I
just
said,
saying,
it's
like-
mainly a good kids movie, and because of that, I don't think it's like the best of what Ghibli Studio has to offer. But I still like it for what it is, though.
People really like it.
I'm just
And-
gonna
but
say,
it's- I'm gonna put my personal opinion. I put it there.
I don't know why it's even up there, but okay. Like, there's plenty of animes I would put up there. That's
What?
not
All
one
right. Somebody brought up Dirty Dancing. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
of them.
I mean, it's
Nobody
it's
puts baby in the corner.
Hungry eyes. I watched that shit a lot because my sister
Dude,
was watching it.
Everybody watched the shit out of Dirty Dancing.
Yeah,
yeah.
Patrick
Yep.
Swayze, man, like, come
he was
on.
the dude. He was the dude, bro.
Yeah. Patrick Swayze was fucking awesome. People don't
Yeah.
remember, I guess, but like back in the 80s, dude, oh my god.
All right, I'll put it there.
Roadhouse.
I still put Big above Dirty Dancing, but I
You gotta-
watched it more than I admit that I wanted to watch it. All right.
That's okay.
Ooh, what about the Great?
Do you have
Mouth?
Akira or Akira on here?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Akira's
it-
on here. Yeah.
Okay, well, if you're gonna put that movie, you have to put that up there because that's better.
Akira is the second on the third row. That one.
Yep, I've watched it. I really liked it.
The
Okay,
animation
cool.
in that is unbelievable for the
Yeah.
time that it was
very
made.
bloody too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude. The amount of like detail that's in that shit is crazy.
hand painted. That shit is fucking crazy.
Do you consider it greatest films of all time though, or do you just think
For
No, I would say
anime,
amazing.
No, that movie is instrumental for what we now think of as anime. Like, yes, that's an
True.
all-time great anime.
True.
No, yeah. In terms of influential, it definitely is for sure. But just as it being just an entertaining, fun movie, yeah, it's good. Yeah.
It's also like a superhero origin kind of thing. It's you could say it has a lot of influence on current comic book superhero movies in a lot of ways.
Oh,
That's fair.
yeah,
That's
for
fair.
sure.
That's fair. That's fair. I still
Yeah.
feel like it goes in the A category just because.
One thing I do know about it is that it does cut out a lot of stuff from the manga for it.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure. Yeah.
I haven't read it yet. I want to.
Oh man, don't even get me started on this motherfucker. It's going right here.
Yeah, I agree with you. Well, I don't know if
Bro,
it's gonna be number
I
one.
watched this movie 1,000 fucking times and never got tired of it. I'm still joking. I still feel that it's
That
fucking...
movie's responsible for a lot of trauma for our generation.
yes.
Wait, is that the Transformers movie?
Yes.
Bro, this is the
Okay, yeah.
1980s.
Put that
Yes.
up there.
You can put it on the
fucking
top.
Rodimus
You can put it on
Prime.
the top.
Oh yeah, you know what?
'Cause
Has a
what,
banger soundtrack.
It's going there. It's
dude, it
going
was
there.
fucking
It's going there.
brilliant. Like that,
Yes.
and another movie with amazing animation. All that
Yep.
stuff with Unicron and
Bro, fuck.
dude,
Bro, that
Wasn't
movie was
that,
fucking phenomenal.
yeah,
Wasn't that Orson Welles like
Orson
last
Welles.
movie? Yeah.
Yes, one of his last things he did.
What a great way to end it off.
Especially, Orson. Well, I go on to fucking forever talking about Orson Welles, but yeah, Orson Welles. The perfect guy to play a planet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I probably I have it somewhere up there on DVD.
I have that on. I used to have VHS, but I do have a DVD of that.
Yeah. God damn it. So, it was perfect, bro. I watched I can't I don't think I can tell you how many times I've watched this fucking movie.
I couldn't either. We watched Transformers.
It was
the movie.
fucking perfect. It was fucking perfect.
I
Pacing everything.
yeah, it's fucking great, and the music is so good.
Yes.
It's just and you get so pissed off at Rodimus. You're just like, you motherfucker.
Yeah.
You got Optimus anyway.
Yeah.
God damn, so fucking good.
Starscream. Oh,
Oh yeah. Fucking God
Oh,
damn, so fucking
Leonard
good.
Nimoy as fucking Galvatron.
Yes.
I
God.
forgot he was in that movie.
Yes. It's fucking great. Leonard fucking Nimoy. God dang. I'm gonna have to go watch
Oh
this
shit. What y'all feel about
Oh.
redoing that?
all
I'd put that
time.
at the
No,
all
no,
time.
That.
Yep.
Die Hard is amazing. Like, changed Bruce Willis's career.
Yeah,
Gave
before
Alan
doing
Rickman-
that, he was just a comedy actor.
Yeah, dude, Die Hard.
I almost put it there, bro. I almost put it there. It's a
and the way-
Christmas movie. That's what you watch
Yes.
on Christmas too now.
And I gotta say, the way that movie is shot is another one of those examples of cinematography. I love the way that movie looks. It has like this certain, like the way they do lens flares and stuff, and it's just really cool the way that movie looks. It was
Let's
cutting
knock on
edge.
the toast,
It
we'll
was
have a few
really good.
jokes. God damn. Perfect. Fucking perfect. It was almost like an RPG. He just like levels up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He gets this gun, then he gets this
Dude,
gun, then he gets this gun.
The first time you see that movie, and Alan Rickman tells that dude he's gonna kill him, and then the guy's like, "Oh, you're just gonna have to shoot me," and he fucking shoots him, and you're like, "What?" The movie's
Yeah.
fucking badass. The movie's
Yeah.
great.
It's fucking perfect. Bro, that's a movie you could start on an hour and 5 minutes or wherever it is, and you can continue watching because it's a classic. It's a fucking masterpiece.
The scene when he gets the plastic explosive and straps it to that computer monitor,
Yes.
throws it down the fucking elevator shaft. Oh my god, I love that movie.
God, so goddamn good.
The guy, the cop, the black guy who was the dad in Family Matters.
Family Matters, yeah.
He's sucking. He's
Carl
so good in that.
Winslow.
Yeah, he's great in that.
Yep. There's always that typical 80s shit where the cop that would yell at you for fucking whatever you do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know who's
Ooh.
cool in that movie is the second bad guy, the guy who's like second, who has the long blonde hair, and
Oh.
yeah, he's cool in that fucking movie. I love
Yeah.
that movie.
Oh, let's do I don't wanna
Man,
do all
Got
this.
me wanting to see Die Hard again.
RoboCop.
Oh, dude, you know they shot
Do you
they
feel like this is an S tier though? I kind of feel like it
RoboCop
goes
is
more
fucking
than a year.
amazing, dude.
It was. I'm not saying that it
Yeah.
wasn't.
I would say amazing, yeah. Like it's really good. I like it.
Dude,
It was graphic.
the
bro.
story
It was
is so
dirty and
sad.
graphic.
Like when he starts remembering his life and he's struggling with being a machine and
bro, he
remembering
shot that
stuff.
guy in the fucking dick.
Dude.
yeah.
And the commercials, the fake commercials where they,
Yeah.
dude, brilliant.
I will
fucking-
never forget it as a core memory when like the RO2 whatever
Oh,
robot shot that like tore that guy
209.
apart in the office building.
yes.
Yo, that was like horror for me. I was like a little kid.
Yes.
My dad was like, "Yo, why?" He was like holding my eyelids open, like, "Watch." And I was like, yo, that was like horror to me, bro. That shit was nuts.
Yeah.
That movie is fantastic. The
Yeah.
first RoboCop is brilliant. It really is.
And the music. Let's get that
Oh,
done
yeah.
too.
You know, they shot most of that in Dallas.
Oh no, I did not
Did-
know that.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
They needed a
I
place-
find out like where I live at, like I live in North Carolina. I find out they shoot a lot of these shits like in like some of the surrounding counties and shit like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard in North Carolina there's a lot of like really dope films that get filmed there.
Yeah. I still feel it's amazing though. It is. I don't get me wrong. I kind of want to put it here, but I feel like this is a more fitting.
Well, it's
category.
tough because there's so many. I mean, it's. I don't know, man. It's tough.
Yeah, I would leave it there, but that's just me.
Gremlins.
Honey,
Or-
I Shrunk the Kids.
Oh, Honey, I Shrunk the
How many
Kids.
times you watched that motherfucker? I watched that bitch over and over and over.
I've watched it a
Um,
few times. Yeah, it's
I
good.
still
I
feel
always
like
like the
this-
idea of
great
it.
is a good category. Rick Moranis. That was Rick
Yeah.
Moranis, wasn't
I
it?
think they're making another one. I think he came back and they're going to do another. Rick Moranis.
Rick Moranis. Yeah.
I did not know they were making another.
I think great is a good category for this movie.
Yeah.
It's not as rewatchable as anything on the two top tiers.
It was fun. It was
It was
a
absolutely fun.
Yeah, and it was another one of those like oh, everything's huge and we're small. Like it was the props they made and everything. It was
Yep.
cool.
Gremlins, I feel like is in the same category. I know you brought it up earlier. What do you-
Gremlins is better than that.
I would
Gremlins-
say Gremlins is amazing.
Gremlins has there's this dark ass part of Gremlins.
oh
guys-
yeah.
You remember when the girl starts talking about her dad and dying in the chimney?
Yo.
Holy
Oh
shit!
yeah.
And what the fuck was that?
Bro, because it started off not that way. It started
Dude,
off.
that stuck in my head as a kid. That moment, I was like, what? Like,
Yeah.
I
yeah,
thought
yeah.
about that. I didn't think about. I mean, yeah, you think about the rest of the movie too, but like that scene, I would think about that scene. I would be like,
Yeah.
oh my god, that dude
Yeah.
died, and they started to smell him in the chimney. Oh my god, it was horrible. That was her dad.
All right. I don't know. Is it on here? Is Gremlins 2 on here? Is Gremlins 2 on here?
Gremlins 2 is one of
It's
the worst.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I never liked it as much. It was always
No,
weird.
it's absolutely horrible.
This shit had that whole 80s like fucking. It was perfect. 80s.
Gremlins 2, they wink at the camera and they play
Yeah.
all this like,
Hey, look at us! Look at what we're doing.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
Hulk Hogan comes out in that fucking.
Yeah.
So fucking
I forgot
stupid.
that shit. Hold on.
Yeah.
Yeah. I forgot about that shit. That's facts. That's facts.
So stupid. As a dumbass fucking movie, it's funny, but
Yes. It
No.
was a satire of the first one, I think.
yes, it was bad. You know who's in that you might not even realize is Christopher Lee.
Oh
Like,
shit, for real?
Was he really?
yeah, he plays the main scientist, like the guy
Oh.
who
Fucking Highlander?
Wow, that's crazy.
Islander.
Who was Christopher Lee?
Christopher
was
Lee,
Highlander.
Count Dooku from Star Wars, fucking
Oh, okay.
Saruman
okay.
from Lord of the Rings.
All right, I got you.
He was
I
also a
got you.
Bond villain at one point.
Yes.
Yeah, I got you.
Well, you know they based James Bond on him. 'Cause
Yeah, wasn't he like his like cousin or something?
He was the cousin of Ian Fleming, and he was in the fucking British Secret Service, and he used to go kill Nazis in World War II. He was
Yeah, I
he was-
believe that. Yep.
yeah, he was in what do they call it? MISA, whatever the fucking letters are. He was in the British Secret Service, and
Okay.
that's who James Bond is based on. Is Christopher Lee.
All right, I'm gonna put that there.
Yeah, I would say that's a fitting pick for
Bro, that game,
Bill and Ted.
that game. The
Oh,
fucking
Bill and
movie
Ted,
was
dude.
so goddamn fucking good.
I know that movie is stupid, but it's supposed to be. It's like
Right, it just made sense.
it was so good
yeah.
for the time period. That was like, there's certain 80s movies like that and the Lost Boys and stuff that are just
Yes,
like,
the Lost Boys. Yep,
it's like the perfect movie.
time capsule for the '80s.
Yes. 100%.
I had the VHS of this bitch, and I remember I would take it out of the VCR and I would put it in the fucking thing and let it rewind, and I would take it back out and then put it back in the
Yeah.
fucking thing and rewatch it over and fucking over and fucking
It's a
over.
fun movie, dude.
Yeah, absolutely.
They have Masters of the Universe on here. Yeah. Dolph Lundgren, Frank Langella,
I don't
Masters
see
of
it.
the Universe,
I don't
E-Man.
see it. I think it's on the R list that I had.
It's not a good movie, but Frank Langella is really good.
What about The Fly? What do you feel about The Fly?
Oh, that
That's
movie!
the Jeff
Oh my
Goldblum
god,
movie,
that movie!
right?
I kind of feel like it might be one of the greatest movies of all time.
It's really good, but it's also
Jeff
gross.
Goldblum.
Yeah, that's
When he came out of that fucking thing, bro.
It's so
Holy fuck! That shit
yeah.
fucked with me, bro.
yeah.
Big time.
Yeah,
big
that movie's
time.
pretty
It's pretty fucked up.
Dude,
Is what it
yeah.
is.
The ending of that movie when he's turned into the thing and he like lifts up the shotgun to put to his own head.
Yeah. Oh my
God,
god.
that's so sad.
Yeah, because bro, he did it to himself. But the thing is, like, he went from being this like astronomical fucking superhero thing to being this grotesque piece of fucking.
Yeah.
Personally, I'd put it in great only
Yeah.
because, like, while it is very good and it's also very well made, it's not really a film that like I would rewatch very often.
I would still keep it in the amazing category because with
I think it's
what
a very.
go ahead,
Go
go
ahead.
ahead.
Go ahead.
No,
I'm sorry.
you go.
I was gonna say I think it's a very important movie.
Right.
Oh
yes.
yeah.
I feel like A is a still fitting category for The Fly.
Oh yeah. Yeah, no worries.
And Gina Davis was fucking hot as shit in that movie.
Yeah, she get this. She could. All right, The Great Mouse Detective. I really liked this movie as a kid. Really,
yeah.
because it played in the Sherlock Holmes shit. The villain was just as good as the hero was.
Yeah,
I
would
mean,
say
it
that-
was pretty good. I would say I would put the Rats and Them before I put that, but it was still good.
Yeah, I haven't seen it in years, but I remember I used to love the atmosphere of that movie.
Yeah. I feel like I remember this being regarded as one of my favorite Disney movies. This is one of those VHSs that I fucking rewind into the fucking tape and was pop. It was the whole Sherlock Holmes approach to it.
Yeah.
The villain was extremely fucking evil, and I feel like the villain and the hero is like almost you didn't know who to root for because they were both just geniuses.
Mhm.
I'm gonna keep that as great. I really like that movie.
Yeah, I kind of want to
like the
rewatch
movie.
it again now.
it's good, dude. It's actually a really good Disney film. Really good
Yeah.
Disney film. Ooh, Top Gun.
I would
Oh
say
wow!
I kind of want
Top
to put it.
Gun.
I kind of want to. I kind of feel like there's a good spot.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. I don't have any major complaints about it.
Dangers, the fucking danger. Just look at the copy of it and look at the film, look at the front of it, and just put the Danger Zone song in your head.
Oh yeah.
Dude, Top Gun was
Straight into the danger zone.
when that movie came out. Everybody got obsessed with like aviation
Yes. Yep.
and also motorcycles. Those Japanese motorcycles.
Kawasaki's and
Yeah,
stuff
people
like
got
that, yeah.
nuts over that shit because of that movie. Like,
I you know what? I'll put it there. I feel like that might be a better. How do you guys feel about it? What are your thought processes on it?
I mean, Top Gun's the all time. I don't know how many times I've seen Top Gun.
Yeah, me too.
Good God,
Goose
that movie's
and shit.
and sad too. It has had a
Yes.
good story. Had a good
Yep.
story.
All right, we'll leave it there. We'll leave it there. We'll
Yeah,
leave it
I would leave it there. Yep.
there. All right, let's do. Oh my
Oh my god.
existed, bro. Fucking S tier. All right, real talk. Bro, this shit will make you tear the fuck up, bro.
I was gonna say that is probably one of the
Oh.
most depressing kids movies.
It is,
Dude.
yeah. But that shit made you appreciate cinema and made you learn how to like have emotions while watching a film when you were a younger age, right?
Oh
Let's say
yeah, for
that.
sure, definitely.
Oh my god, where it was like, Mom, get up, Mom, get up. Yo,
That was sadder than the Lion King. That was sad.
Oh,
yes,
yeah,
yes,
100%.
1000%, 1000%.
Yep.
Because it was so bleak. Because it was like, are they even gonna make it? You know?
Well, they weren't because the fuck you already know the history of the dinosaurs. You already know their bleak future. Like
Yeah.
the fucking Earth is gonna die. They're going to die. You know what I mean?
And Sharptooth was scary, dude.
Oh yeah, the motherfucking Tyrannosaurus Rex and shit. Yeah,
Also, Don
Um,
Bluth's animation is like
oh,
really
Yeah.
fucking good.
facts. Very
Absolutely.
phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. Still feel like I need to put it in amazing though.
Yeah, it's a good film. Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
that's fair.
it's great, but I don't feel like it's one of the greatest films of all time. I can't put it in this top tier category.
Yeah, I agree.
Let's see what else we got. Is this the Karate Kid?
No, that's
All right.
Empire of the Sun. That's you probably don't even know. You probably haven't even seen that. Like,
No, I actually don't know what that is.
yeah, Christian Bale was in that when he was young. He was a little kid. It was a Steven Spielberg movie. It was about World War II, and
Yeah, I've never seen it, but I've heard of it.
it's a good movie. But it's not. It's not some. Don't worry about it. It's a good movie.
Karate Kid.
Yeah, that's
Just-
Karate Kid.
Now,
OG,
Karate Kid,
OG
dude.
Karate Kid.
Yeah, Karate Kid's not.
It's amazing. It's amazing. I don't know if I can put it in the greatest.
It's not going to be on the top, but it's
Yeah.
it's right next to those.
Yeah,
because
it's really fucking good. It's
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
fucking good.
Yeah.
Mr. Miyagi, fucking wax on, wax off. Fucking
It's very quotable
whole-
for sure.
Yep.
Well,
Ooh.
it teaches you a lot too when you're a kid. You know, it's a good movie.
Yeah. Spaceball.
Spaceballs. Has there
Well,
been?
all right, I'll put it in great because I think it's one of the greatest parodies of all time.
Well, see, that's what I was going to ask. Like, what parodies are better?
I would say Young Frankenstein was really good,
Young Frankenstein,
which is also by Mel Brooks.
Blazing Saddles.
Oh, is that yep.
Spaceballs is really good though.
Fuck yes, it is.
So
I've
fun.
probably rewatched that shit with John Candy and shit. Probably.
Oh my God.
John Candy, legendary fucking comedic actor.
Oh yeah.
It might go in amazing. Where I don't know though, because everybody still comes back to Spaceballs for memes and
Yeah.
what have you. Like like the whole jam, like show jam and their
Yeah.
fucking radar shit.
Comb the desert.
Yeah, they dragging a big ass comb through the desert. This is like the fucking literal fucking shit. I think that's where it falls.
You've
there.
captured their stunt doubles.
Yeah. Or the part with the teleporter where he teleports
Oh,
to the other room, but it's
Yeah.
like right beside it.
Never call me on this wall.
Spaceballs might be the best parody movie ever.
It's fucking great. It's
Yes.
really Joan Rivers is so funny. Dude, that movie is fucking great.
Yep. Whew. This is fucking awesome.
They got the guy from Alien to redo the scene from Alien when the ship.
Oh
was
yes!
first.
Oh, did he? Oh, the little yeah.
It was so good.
It screams away.
He goes, "Oh no, not again!"
Yeah. It's fucking great, dude.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let's find something interesting to throw on the table. Oh my god! All right, Pee-wee's Big Adventure.
Oh wow, yeah.
I'd
Yeah.
probably all right. Paul Rubens.
Did you hear how that movie got like? Okay, so the reason that Tim Burton directed Pee-wee's Big Adventure is because Paul Rubens specifically wanted him.
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah, like Paul Rubens had written the script and he had a contract and everything. They're going to make this movie, and they're like, okay, who do you want to direct it? And he was trying to figure out who he was going to pick because they let him. They're like, pick who you want to direct your movie. And he had heard about this movie called Frankenweenie that Tim Burton had done.
Yeah.
And so he watched like the first 5 minutes of that, and he goes, okay, I have to have Tim Burton. And so he calls up, and they're like, Tim Burton will never do your movie. Like, he's not going to do this because he's doing this other stuff and he's whatever. But he called Tim Burton, and he's like, yes. And so, like, he specifically wanted him. Tim Burton saw what he read the script of what Pee Wee was, or whatever his name, Paul Rubens was going to do, and it was like the perfect match, like for that style and for what they were trying to do. Which is a really cool story how they came
All
to
I'm
be.
gonna say is,
Yeah,
the
the star said,
so fucking weird.
big and bright.
It's so fucking weird. Telling Lars Marge sent you. God
Oh,
damn
yeah,
it,
dude.
it's so fucking weird.
Take a
I'm not
picture
gonna
of the
speak on
last
Paul
one.
Rubens' past because you know what, he obviously has been involved in some shit, but whatever. We're not gonna speak on that.
Well, whatever. Like, he jerked off in a movie theater, like back in the day. That was like,
Right.
who knows how long ago that was? I don't even know.
But still, fucking Pee Wee's Big Adventure. I watched that shit back to fucking back.
Yeah.
And then what was his nemesis? The one guy who would always try to steal the guy who did steal his bike.
Yeah, I can't remember his fucking name.
It was like two fucking 8-year-olds just arguing.
Yes.
Yeah, you
It
know
was
what I mean?
great.
Yes.
That movie is so stupid, but
Yeah, but
it's
it works.
great.
It
Yeah.
makes sense.
Lightning in a bottle.
Lightning
Yes.
in a bottle.
Absolutely. That is the perfect way to describe that. Yeah.
But I still feel like it might be the bottom of the amazing list.
I think it's memorable and interesting. I just don't think it's all
You don't
time.
think it's amazing?
Yeah.
I would
maybe
feel
great.
comfortable. I would feel comfortable doing.
I think that's fair. Yeah. That's probably fair.
above Honey I Shrunk the Kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. All right, what else we got? Which one is which?
That's the
Raiders
first
of
one.
the Lost Ark?
Yeah, that's high.
Dude. Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Hold on. I just
The
one I want
first-
to talk about before that one is it this one? Which one is this one?
That's the third.
Oh, that one's really good too.
What-
That
which
was
one
I
is
like. That's Crusaders.
Yeah, the Last Crusade.
Okay, no, that's not the one. I want. All right, it's not on here. I guess it's not on here.
No, it's no. That's Temple of Doom.
Oh, fucking
Temple of Doom
alright.
is the one that people
I'm
get,
gonna
like-
tell you. I'm putting it here. I'm putting it there. Temple of
put
Doom
Temple
is
of Doom in the
fucking
top?
phenomenal. Oh, I love Temple of
Okay.
Doom.
It's
Shamala,
great.
shamala.
Yeah.
He rips
No,
that
it
dude's
is
heart
great.
out.
It is
Yeah, I
great.
like it.
I think people need to go back and watch it again because I think a lot of people will undersell that movie because they get so excited about the other two.
Mm-hmm.
But no, Temple of Doom is fantastic. It's like a side story. It's like
I feel like it's the best one. I'm gonna say it. I feel like it's the best one.
it's definitely the most like Quartermain because that's who Indiana Jones is based on is Quartermain, which
Yep.
I don't know if you're really familiar with Quartermain.
I know it was I guess the adventure serials from like the 20s and 30s, right?
So that's what Indiana Jones is based on, and this movie is very similar to what they would do in that. So
She had Data from the Goonies in there.
yeah, that's a fucking good movie. That's a good movie.
Honestly, I'd put all the Indiana Jones movies up there.
I think that's fair too. I would put all of them on the very top.
I really like all of them. I still feel like that might still be the best one. I'm gonna say it. I feel like
I don't agree that it's the best one. I think the best one is the first one.
Raiders of the Lost
I
Ark.
would say the first one's the best, but the second
Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Yeah.
Yes. I would probably put them in that order. 1, 2, and 3. Yeah. That's what I would do. Because the third one is fantastic, but is it it's not better than the first two.
It's been a while since I watched it, but I do remember, loving it. And of course, the one scene where he gets a signature from Hitler.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Sean Connery plays his dad. I mean, it's fucking great. It's amazing. But you got to remember that's several years past the first movie and the second movie. Then they made the third one as sort of like to complete it. And it's good. It's really good. But is it better than the first two? No, it's not better than the first two. But it's really
Um,
Do Back
might
to the
say something-
Future.
I might say something controversial here, but
Uh-oh.
I like Scarface. I don't think it's that great of a fucking movie. I really don't. I love this movie. Don't get me
Okay.
wrong.
What do you mean? What do you mean when you say you don't think it's that great?
It is long. I will say
I
that.
feel like
It's very
I
long.
feel like a lot of people gravitated towards a certain narrative of being this badass or whatever, so they've hyped it up to a degree. Don't get me wrong, it's a great fucking.
Yeah.
It really is, but I feel like people have overhyped it way more than what it needs to be.
You know,
This
it's interesting. Is it better? Like, if you compare it to other similar movies, is it better than Carlito's Way? Is it better
Ooh.
than The Godfather?
Ooh,
Is you
Mm,
know?
yeah, that's tough, especially with The Godfather.
yeah.
I mean, Scarface is really good, but you got to also remember Scarface is a remake. Like,
Yeah, it was. Yeah,
Yeah.
I've never
So-
seen the original, but I've heard like people say it was like it's good, but you know, obviously they're like, oh, that one's better.
yeah. You know what? Okay, who was it that made Scarface? Was it
Let me look that up.
what's his name? Oh my God, Brian De Palma. Is that right?
Yep.
Did he also make The Untouchables?
Yes, he did.
Okay, I would much prefer The Untouchables. I think that's a better movie. But I'm not saying Scarface is bad. It's just it's kind of sloppy when you watch it because
Yes, that yes, I agree with that statement. Yes,
Yeah.
that.
because it doesn't flow that well. If you watch it, it's got some really great scenes and dialogue and awesome.
I know that people
fucking-
regard it as like, oh, this fucking whatever, and I base
Yeah.
my lifestyle off of it. It's amazing, or it's the greatest film of all time because I'm in the cocaine industry or whatever. I'm a hustler, and I feel like it gets this praise because of people and their lifestyle. And I don't think that it really is regarded as one of those type of movies. I feel like people base their lifestyle around the movie because of the basis of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well,
That's the
one
way
thing,
I feel about it. That's the way I feel about it.
one thing I will say is, if we're being honest, the accent that Al Pacino uses in this movie is kind of ridiculous. Like,
Yeah, it's a little hokey.
It,
It's a
yeah,
little-
yeah. Hey, motherfucker. Yeah.
come on,
yeah,
man.
yeah, yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna drink. I'm gonna cough him up real good. It's like, what the fuck are you like? Even like, especially like Cuban people and people from that area, they're like, okay, like it's kind of a little much.
I
But
wash
it's
my
a good
hands of
movie.
this.
It's not a bad movie.
No, it is. It is a really good movie. The ending is fucking phenomenal.
Yeah, the ending is all time classic.
Yeah.
Yep.
Obviously.
But I still don't feel like I can put it in the top tier or something like Ghostbusters 2, The Thing.
It's not
Karate
even the
Kid.
best.
It's
Al
something
Pacino
that I've
movie.
watched and like I'll watch if it's on, but it's not
Yeah.
something that I go out of my way to like insert the DVD into. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
It's
that's
a good-
fair.
it's good. It's just yeah.
All right.
Let's see. What else we got on the board here? Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Oh my
I don't
god.
know, man. I love this movie. I've watched
Dude,
it a million times.
If you were a kid growing up in that time,
Bro, he was her
period,
hero, bro.
fucking,
Dude, I watched that in the 90s and I still liked it.
Oh, dude, in the 80s, man, that movie was cool as
Matthew
fucking
Broderick, man. He
shit.
was the guy, bro. He was the guy.
We were like taking notes watching this fucking movie. Lick your palms. Got it. Writing that down. Okay. Yeah, that was so cool. And the principal, the guy who played the principal in that movie, was so fucking funny.
You had Bill, what's his name? Bueller.
Yeah,
Bill
Ben Stein.
Ben Stein, yeah.
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 That's a fucking great movie.
It is.
The scene with the fucking car when the Ferrari flies out of the fucking window.
Cameron fucked up, bro. He fucked up.
God.
I still feel like this is a great movie. I can't put it in the top 2 tiers. I love this movie. I've watched it a lot of times. I don't think it is. I don't think
That's
it's
another
top
movie
tier.
that had that song in it. That one where they go, boom, bow, bow.
Oh,
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, there's several movies in that time period where they put that song in there. It's funny to
And you'll
me.
never forget that. When you hear that, you're
Yeah.
instantly transported to that movie.
Yep.
Instantly transported to that movie.
Good times.
What else we got on this list?
They say he's a righteous dude.
Yo, Full Metal Jacket, bro.
That's
Oh,
a
wow.
very good
Oh my
movie.
God.
That's an
but-
amazing movie,
Dude, that's all time.
Yeah,
There's never been a better
You know,
basic training, like Vietnam era type.
that shit had those horror elements where that bro was just. Oh my god!
I would actually
Vincent-
say that
Oh, go ahead.
probably is my favorite Stanley Kubrick movie.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Vince D'Onofrio is so fucking good.
Yeah.
The guy Lee Ermey who plays the drill sergeant. that
Oh
whole
yeah,
fucking-
dude.
dude. Good luck beating that ever. Like,
yeah.
Yeah, dude. Like,
that's
God
a
damn it!
fucking
Like
great movie.
if anybody bases a drill sergeant off anything in the future, it's that. That
oh
guy.
yeah.
100%. Yeah.
He nailed it.
There were never any, you can't remember any drill sergeant before or after that movie.
Yes. When you think of a drill sergeant, that's what your
Yep.
worst nightmare is. That guy
Yep.
walking out of the fucking framework is that motherfucker.
It's so, and he's so funny too.
Yeah.
He's
Do you
hilarious.
suck dicks?
Yeah.
Trying to get a golf ball out of a garden hose.
You from Texas, son, or whatever. Only anyway, I'm not going to go into it, but you know what was said.
Yeah.
Holy dog
Right.
shit! I didn't know they stacked shit that high.
Yeah, god damn, bro, that's just brutal.
Yeah,
We want to like
reach
fucking
down
talk
and choke yourself.
about it. Yo.
Good God.
Let's see what else is on this fucking list.
I haven't done Rambo yet.
Ooh, First Blood.
Ooh, First Blood.
I'd put that at the very top, personally.
You know what's so funny?
It's set a staple, bro.
So
It's set a
first-
staple.
First Blood is like a serious movie, you know, and
Oh,
then
yeah.
they make Rambo. You know the you know,
Yeah.
like you know, but First Blood is great. That is a really good movie. You know.
Oh yeah. You know,
Oh,
love it.
Brian Dennehy is in that. Good God, what an actor! I miss Brian Dennehy. He was so good in the movies that he was in. Damn.
Yeah.
It sucks when you lose these actors who are just like, you kind of take them for granted because you don't think about them too much, and then
Yeah,
you
no,
find,
that's true. Yeah.
yeah, they pass, and you're like, God dang it!
What about Airborne?
Airplane? Oh my
Or
God!
Airplane, yeah.
That's
Fucking,
another good comedy.
Liam, what's his name? Fuck, what is his name?
You think about Leslie Nielsen?
Leslie Nielsen.
Yeah, dude.
I am serious. Don't call me Shirley.
Yeah, Peter Graves as the pilot.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar
Kareem
is in this movie. This is so stupid, but it works. You know what I mean?
Yes,
It's
yes.
so stupid, but it works.
It's
Yeah, no, I
such a
love
good
it.
movie. Yeah.
It's typical fucking 80s shit, and it's perfect. It's perfect the way it is.
I don't think that movie would get made today, though.
No,
Nah, because everybody would be offended by it.
you can't even do airplane shit anymore.
Ooh,
People get
is
all
this Groundhog
freaked
Day?
out.
Is it Groundhog Day?
No. That's the what is that? Stripes.
Oh, that's
Stripes.
with Bill Murray though, right?
Bill Murray.
Yeah.
John Candy's in that.
Oh yeah.
The guy who played Egon in Ghostbusters. He's in that too.
It's been
That's
a
a-
hot
that's a-
minute since I've seen that.
Yeah,
That's that
me
movie when
too.
he goes Wisconsin. they're like we have to go to Wisconsin. He's like, Wisconsin, we can't go to Wisconsin. I got my ass kicked in Wisconsin. I don't know. That movie's funny.
That's a good movie. That's a good movie. It's been a long time since I've seen this shit, but I have seen it.
That
It's
had
been a
that
long
song
time ago.
that you always you remember from like I think it was in more than just that. It was like that I can't even do the song, but it was like this 80s like I don't even I should shut up because I can't even like describe what the song is. But I just
All right, Back to the Future.
oh
Very
my
tough.
god. Oh my god.
S tier. For
That's
sure.
definitely in the top. That's definitely in the top.
Where
And
though in the S top do you?
dude,
I don't
Back
know.
to the Future is so good and so influential.
But I can't. Right, fair. But I can't put it above.
It's gonna be right next to no.
I would feel comfortable.
I put it
with
above
this.
ET personally.
It's gonna
Like,
be
me.
right next to ET, and you could put it on either side of that, and I would understand. It's better than Beetlejuice. It is.
You think it's better than Beetlejuice?
Yes, it is. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, I would agree with you on that. I would say I like it better than Beetlejuice.
Is it better
Even
than
though-
ET? I don't think so. But it's right next to ET. It's right there.
Yeah, that looks good to me.
I feel like you might be right. Now that I'm thinking about it, giving it a deep thought. But I think the bigger question is,
The sequel.
yeah, that's kind of it, boys. That's kind of it. That's definitely better than the first one.
No, I don't know, dude. Like, I mean,
That's hard. They're both
it's really good, but it's also silly. You know?
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, they're both pretty silly.
Oh, hold on. It's the first one. All right. I'm having a hard time remembering. The first one is where he does the whole fucking your kids may love this song in the future. or
Yes.
whatever.
Yeah,
He goes to
okay.
the 50s. Yeah.
Okay. All right. There you go.
Yeah, the second
Yeah,
one. He goes to the
I'm
future.
mistaken.
Yeah,
Second movie's really good. It's just, man, it was so long after the first movie. It was several years later, and it was
Right.
fun. And it was really cool, but it's not this. I don't know, man.
it had a lot of like creative ideas with the time travel, though.
Yeah, no. See,
Oh, that second one is where they go to like the Wild Wild West and all that shit.
no, that's the
No,
third one.
that's
the
That's
third
okay.
one. The second one is all over the place because they go to the future, and they got the flying cars and the hoverboards, and it's kind of goofy. They have the fun stuff, and then he comes back, but it's different because Biff took the fucking almanac and changed the future. So they have to try to fix everything, and it gets all weird, and they're going back and forth. There's a scene in that movie that's actually kind of scary when he goes back to the 80s, but the 80s is totally different, and like everything's like post-apocalyptic almost and shit.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I
It's a
actually thought
good
that was
movie.
cool shit. But
Yeah.
yeah, I could definitely see it being like, yeah, they would trip me out.
It's a good movie. It's just the first one is such a perfect movie.
I haven't seen either one of them in so long. The first one's obviously the one that I was thinking the second one for some reason. The first one's masterpiece. Second one is I would put it in A tier.
I would say that's fair.
Yeah, I can. Yeah,
The first one, goddamn, yeah, with
Yeah, the first movie is a
Biff.
the first
All that
movie is
shit.
a classic. It's like an
Yes.
all-time classic.
Bro, his mom was hitting on him. That's so
Yes.
fucking-
yeah.
Dude, every dude watching that movie has all these weird feelings watching that movie because it's like, what are we doing here, man? Like, tough questions need to be asked.
All right, what do we got? What do we got on this list? Ooh, Evil Dead.
That's the first one.
Evil Dead. Oh, is that with the Ash?
Yep.
Yeah.
I can't. I know people love this fucking movie. I can't put it in the top tier.
They're pretty silly.
They're
they're
campy.
pretty-
They're campy as
Evil-
hell.
The first one is really good, but I like the second one. A little
Army
bit
of
better.
Darkness.
Army of
No,
Darkness.
yeah.
Well, no, the one
Oh.
that's just called Evil Dead 2.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's on your this one.
Yeah,
right
it's
here.
that one. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the second one.
Those. I mean, I've always thought those movies were kind of goofy, but they're fun. You know.
Yeah.
People
yeah.
really love these movies for some reason, and I like them when I watch them, but I kind of could like live without them, and I know how that sounds because people love this
They-
shit.
They're very influential. You know.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have Duke Nukem if you didn't have Ash. You know?
Yes.
Yep.
And have a fucking chainsaw for an arm and shit like
Yeah.
that. I'm gonna put them in the great category. I feel
Yeah.
like 2 is better than 1.
Yeah, I like 2 better a little bit.
Let's see. Oh, the Naked Gun, 39 and a half or whatever.
Oh my god,
Bro, like,
O.J.
it's so
Simpson.
stupid, but it's funny, bro. It's so stupid.
O.J.
Um,
Simpson is in those, dude.
Yes.
Wow.
Um,
Is this some kind of bust? Yes, very impressive.
yeah. Yeah, I feel like this is
I put
this
it on
is-
par of
this is
Airplane.
this is peak 80s
Yeah.
spoof fucking comedy bullshit, right?
Yeah.
And what's his name? I said it before.
Liam Neeson.
Liam Neeson. He's fucking his whole stick was just being a stupid retard. It's perfect. It works so great of how stupid and clueless he is. Let's see what else we got. On
Did
this
you ever
sheet.
see that movie Dark Man that Liam Neeson did?
Oh,
don't
yeah,
know
I
if
remember
so.
that movie.
It's pretty cool. It had some goofy stuff, but it was pretty cool.
Yeah, I remember liking it. It's been a long time since I've seen that one too.
Yeah, that's a long time ago.
Friday the 13th.
That's the
Oh.
original, right? Or
The
are we gonna
original.
count like the whole series with that?
See,
I
the
think
problem
I think,
with Friday-
is this the original? I can't tell from the.
Yeah, I
box
think it is
art.
the original. And the problem with Friday the 13th is the first movie is, I mean, it's like totally different, really. From
Yeah, it's not. It didn't get the fire until like the third movie.
Yeah, the third one is the one that everybody really thinks of when they think of Friday the 13th.
Mm.
Yeah, because the first one was like, kind of low budget. It was like cool, but then like the second one was like, like I remember he had like the freaking bag over his head.
Yeah.
Hold on, is this what I think it is? Is this Beverly Hills Cop? too?
Oh my God. what a
Eddie
movie.
Murphy
That movie is so
murdered this
good.
role, bro. He was so
Dude.
goddamn likable and so
Dude.
goddamn good.
Ain't nobody
God
coughing a
damn.
banana at a tailpipe.
Yeah. Bro, this is fucking key 80s bullshit.
That movie is fantastic. That
Oh,
movie is
Eddie
really
Murphy
good.
destroyed this shit. Oh my
God, that's a good
goodness.
movie.
Yes.
Yeah, I have to watch that one again because I don't remember it too well.
Yeah, you
Fuck,
should watch it
dude.
again because it's fun and it's
I've
really
watched it
well
a
made.
million fucking
Really.
times.
It's so good. The music is so good in that.
Oh yeah, that song. Yep.
Yep, that's that fire. That's that fire. Is this the Goonies or what the hell is this?
What
I
is
think
that?
that
I
does
can't
look like the
see.
Goonies.
What does it say? I can't.
Oh
see.
yeah, it's the Goonies. That's the Goonies.
All right, let's go ahead and move the bitch up. It's in S tier. Absolutely,
least
one of the greatest films of all fucking time.
It's fucking amazing. It's
Yep.
such a brilliant, fun,
Yep.
imaginative movie that it's just a great movie.
I'm gonna almost do this.
I don't see why not. It needs to
Yep.
be. Is it better than E.T.?
Is it better than fucking Back to the Future?
I
Though
don't-
I kind of feel that it is. Though.
Well, I'm not going to debate you on this because it's in that top tier.
Yeah,
It's in the top
Yeah.
tier. God, what a good movie.
I can't put it above these three. Absolutely, these three are fucking absolute masterpieces of cinema, hands down.
I don't know that. Who
So
Framed
is
Roger-
that, but I also kind of want to say that, but I also feel like this is a more
it's-
fitting.
I
I
mean-
feel like this is a good spot for it. I
We're
feel
in
like
this
is a good spot
subjective
for it.
area up here where it's like I don't know, but all these are phenomenal.
Yep.
Yeah. Is Who Framed Roger Rabbit really better than all of these? I don't know, but it's in
Bro,
that.
do you not understand the fucking work that, or you know what? This is good. This is a good spot to debate.
It's
this
really good. I'm not saying. okay.
dude.
All right,
fuck.
I'm not gonna.
Bob Hoskins. Is this the greatest movie of all time? Yeah, this is stupid to put that there. You're right.
Just
However,
leave it there though.
I
But-
feel like Roger Rabbit fucking
It's-
broke cinema. Like it
Dude,
was so
Jessica
goddamn
Rabbit.
good.
Jessica Rabbit.
That's where I became a man, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bob Hoskins with his fucking animated bullets that he puts in
Yep.
the gun.
Yeah,
The
and they're all
f-
like their little friends and shit.
Christopher
Yes.
Lloyd, dude. Christopher Lloyd is the the
And
bad
they
guy.
don't just like this.
That
Bro.
movie, dude. There's a scene in that movie when Christopher Lloyd kills the little shoe, the little
Oh,
He
dude.
puts them in the little drip shit.
dude.
Yes,
That stayed
yes.
with me
That's
forever. I was
yes.
Yeah, dude, that fucked me for
Think
life.
about the
Yeah.
fucking. Think about the work that went into people who made this movie to make those things possible.
yeah.
That's why I think when this movie is fucking, you know what I mean?
Yep.
That movie made me want to drink bourbon because he asked for bourbon at the bar, and I was like, I gotta have bourbon. I don't know what it is, but I need it.
What do you think I'm doing? Bob Hoskins is my hero.
right.
Bob Hoskins, dude, he was so good in that movie. God dang, it is a good movie.
Yeah, let's go to the whatever one you want to do next.
Let's see. Fuck. What do you think about Tron?
Oh
Tron
my
is good.
God. Dude, I have a whole history with Tron. We were supposed to go see Tron in the theater, and my cousin's brother was late getting back from school, so we didn't get to see it. So we had to go see E.T. in the theater. And I didn't get to see Tron for years because of that, because they
Oh,
didn't put
good.
it on video for years. Like that wasn't Tron wasn't brought straight to video after theater. It was like 5 years later they finally put it on video.
Wow,
So
that long?
yes, it was.
Was it
fucking,
really though?
Yeah, trust
Must-
me.
There must have been a reason for that.
Back in the day, dude, they didn't put
Too
every
fire.
movie on video right
Fire
away,
the
especially
videotape.
Disney. Disney didn't do that. They had like
Oh,
Disney would put movies out and then take them away. Like they would
okay,
put
that
like,
I knew about because I
Yeah.
do remember they did that in the '90s too a little bit.
yeah, well, that's what happened with Tron. I couldn't see it. We didn't get to see it for like at least 4 years, and finally they put it out on video, and I saw it. Of course, I love Tron, but I was so mad because, dude, we had the Tron T-shirts, we had the Tron toys. They had these really cool toys that were like translucent, and like the light would go through them and stuff. They had the little discs that were like glow in the dark discs. You know, the discs from Tron.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah.
That movie, I was so hyped for that movie, and then we didn't get to see it. So I have a personal, personal trauma from this.
I
Too
watched
late,
it.
though.
I feel like it was throwaway to me. Like I could see the appreciation of what it came out in that year. I saw it years after, but like for me, it was like, it was
It was
alright.
kind of impressive for the time it came
Dude,
out.
right.
At the time,
graphics,
Tron was
yeah.
fucking awesome. Like, I mean, the way they did the animation of everything, you know, and the CGI, you know,
Yeah.
they didn't have CGI in movies back then. You know, Tron was a big deal when it came out.
Yeah, no, it was, and it's still a fucking thing to this day. You
And-
see this shit.
And Jeff Bridges has one of the funniest lines in a movie in Tron when they go to the big place where the computers and stuff are, and this huge gigantic metal door starts to open. It's all mechanically opening. It's like one of those giant vault doors, and it takes forever to open. And he turns around and looks at everybody, and goes, "Now that is a big door."
I
Yeah.
forgot about that.
Yeah.
That's a funny movie. That's a good movie.
We're getting down to the. Ooh,
Have you ever seen? I know this is going to be poofy, okay, but have you ever watched Amadeus?
I've seen it, but not in a long time.
Okay, so the guy who plays the villain in Amadeus, F. Murray Abraham, he won an Oscar for that.
Yeah, didn't that movie
Amadeus,
clean
Amadeus.
sweep the whole thing?
Yeah, it was really good.
I've seen it, but it's been. I have seen it once, and I don't remember it.
Well, all I'm going to say is, if you ever want to see some of the best acting you've ever seen in your life, find some clips of F. Murray Abraham from that movie, because his acting in that movie is phenomenal. Like, it's fucking crazy. Now, you could think
I'm a big
whatever you
stickler
want.
for that. I can pick up on good acting and bad acting very
Yeah.
easily.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
fantastic.
that is a movie I do want to watch again because, like I said, it's been like forever since I've seen it, and I
It's
don't.
a good movie. If you like historical stuff and you're interested in music, that movie's
Yeah.
it's really fun. It's an entertaining movie.
Yeah, I'd like to watch it again.
And it spawned one of the funniest songs ever. Amadeus.
Amadeus.
Yeah.
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 What the fuck was that shit?
Amadeus.
The 80s is
Amadeus.
so funny.
It's so weird.
You can do Blade Runner.
Oh, wow.
It was right beside Amadeus. Yeah,
Blade
that
Runner.
one.
Yeah. Man, which version of Blade Runner? There's like 5 versions of that movie.
Is this which one is this?
Like,
Blade Runner.
yeah, it's the original, not the newer one.
Yeah.
That was the guy who played
It's Harrison Ford.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah. Rutger Hauer's the bad guy.
Yeah,
in that.
okay, yeah. It's been
That
a
movie's
long
fucking great.
time. It's been a long time. I don't know.
You talk about an influential movie.
That,
Blade
yeah.
Runner. Oh my god.
I mean, that created the whole cyberpunk genre, pretty much.
Yeah.
Almost
Yeah.
single-handedly, yeah. Yeah.
I think a whole lot of these movies are
Oh,
connected.
you want to
too.
know a weird fact about that movie? The guy that did all the set pieces for that movie also did the one for Super Mario Brothers.
Oh, no
Yeah.
way.
Yeah, it's so weird to think.
Oh my god. It's funny how that happens. You know, you sometimes you'll watch these interviews with these guys and they're like, we had no idea if it was going to be good or not. We're just doing what we do. And then maybe the movie's good and it's not, or, you know, it's got to suck. Like you put in like all this hard work on something and then the movie's like not great.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
you're like, well, shit.
Mario, Luigi Mario.
Um,
Yeah.
What about
boing, boing.
Ghostbusters? What about Ghostbusters?
Well, see, this is an interesting. I'm gonna get a friend of mine upset on this one. I have a friend that's like hardcore into Ghostbusters and like has all the like cosplay stuff, and they have like a group where they do charity
Well,
stuff.
you can't take them serious.
Okay. So I'm just gonna say, for me, I always thought Ghostbusters was a fun comedy. Like, okay, it's fun,
That's the way I looked at it too.
right? But
Yeah.
for some people, Ghostbusters is like fucking Star Wars.
Yeah, I wouldn't put it
No,
that high.
no,
Like,
no,
it's
no,
good,
no.
but...
No, but I'm being serious. Like some people,
How do you translate that? You got
I
Bill
don't. Look,
Murray,
I'm not trying to.
fucking Dan Aykroyd. These are comedians. Like, what the fuck?
I don't get it either. Okay, but I have to. Okay, that's their thing. They really love Ghostbusters, and I know there's a lot. I have several of my friends, not just one, several of my friends from all over the country who feel that way, who feel like Ghostbusters is like all time great, like one of the best movies ever made.
Hmm.
And I'm like, when I first had that concept introduced to me, my reaction was like what you just did, where I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? But like over time, I've been like, okay, everybody's different. We all love different things,
Right.
you know. And I'm not saying Ghostbusters is not great. It's fantastic, but it's just a fun comedy,
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
and it's kind of a ripoff because there was this other Ghostbusters.
Oh, the old one, right? Like, the
Yeah.
one with the monkey and the
Yeah.
the buggy thing.
Right.
Yeah.
And yeah, there's a whole history there, but you can go watch if you're curious about it. I'm not going to go into it. So I'm not trying to upset anybody. I know, like I said, I have good friends of mine who love that movie. So it is what it is.
Getting down to the wire here. Was this really in the 80s?
Oh yeah, that was 1983.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
I saw it in the theater. I was a little kid. We went to the mall and they had a guy dressed up as Darth Vader and somebody with Yoda, and I got my picture taken with Darth Vader, and I saw that, and I remember crying in the theater. I must have been like 8 or 9 years old, and I remember crying in the theater when the Ewoks get shot and die in that one scene.
I
was very upset about that. Yeah, I was very upset. I was like, Mom, they died. It's sad. I still get sad when I see the Ewoks get killed.
No, I get it. I totally do. It's just funny the way that you said it.
I was a little kid. What do you want? Little kids get upset by death.
It'd be
Oh, I
like
know,
that.
no,
It'd be like
same,
that.
dude. Like,
I remember my dad dragging me to some shit, and he'd be like, man, you gonna shut the fuck up, you little shit.
Oh
Suck
my
it up.
god! You have
Suck it
to
up.
put you have to put Wrath of Khan, Star Trek Wrath of Khan, in the top tier.
isn't
I-
that like the worst? Like one.
I never
What?
got into Star Trek.
Star Trek
I
Wrath of Khan?
Oh no, the worst one was the Final Frontier, right?
That one is the worst one. Yes.
Okay,
Wrath of
sorry,
Khan
I
is
got
the-
I got mixed up with the two.
No, please don't ever mix those two again. How dare you? And
Dude, I'm not a Trekkie, okay?
I'm aware of that.
My dad used to watch it, and I would sit there and watch it, and I was just like, man, this is like boomer space bullshit.
Dude, Wrath of Khan is fucking fantastic. It's the best Star Trek.
If I gave it the time of day, I'm sure I would love it. I'm sure I would.
It's like a revenge story, you know. It's like a throwback from the old series when Khan tried to take over the Enterprise. They sent him to this world as like a prison, and then that world got fucked up when the star exploded. It like changed the orbit of the Earth. I mean the planet, and it turned to a desert planet. And these people had to survive for like 20 years, and then they accidentally the Starfleet finds them there. Khan fucking goes after Kirk and tries to kill everybody. It's fucking amazing. It's a great movie. Trust
Yeah,
me.
the only old Star Trek movie I've ever like really seen was The Voyage Home.
Oh, that's a fun movie. It's
it's
silly.
goofy.
Yeah, it's silly. It's supposed to be silly, you know.
Yeah, that's
It's-
the only one I really like remember watching. Out of the old ones.
You know what that movie is? That movie is Crocodile Dundee. That's what that movie is. It's the same movie. It's just one of them's got Star Trek characters in it, but it's the same movie.
That's not a knife. That's a knife.
Yeah, do Commando.
Oh,
Commando. One of the first movies that I watched with a really hot black chick that I was like, oh shit, she's nice looking. Yeah.
Yeah, I would put it there. It's a really good, fun, explosive movie. Can't go wrong with it. But
Rocket
I do
launcher.
like a couple other Schwarzenegger movies a little better.
yeah, I feel like this is the early Schwarzenegger, and yeah, it's good, but I don't.
Oh, is
feel
that the
like
one with
it's-
where he stabs that dude with the metal pole and the steam comes out?
Yeah,
Let off some steam, Bennett.
yeah, that's the one. Or the one where he throws a knife and he's like, "Stick around."
Oh yeah. with
Dude,
Bennett.
you know-
Bennett was a motherfucker, bro. He
Dude.
was a motherfucker.
I've seen that movie a lot, and I didn't know until just a few years ago that guy that plays Bennett is the same guy who was the villain in the second Mad Max movie.
Mm.
Oh shit!
He looks totally different, but it's the same guy. He had the mohawk. I don't know if you
Yeah.
remember. He was also in Weird Science. You remember that movie, Weird Science?
Oh, where they make the fucking chick
Yeah.
to basically bang,
Oh,
bro. In the 80s was different, bro.
yeah.
This is what you brought your kids to, like to watch. Like, hey, like, look, you can make
Everything
your
was
own-
sex
You can
and
make your own
violence.
milf. You can make exactly. Hey, look, Timmy, you can make your own milf
Dude.
with slime from Nickelodeon.
Yeah, every kid's like, I gotta learn computer programming.
You can make your own Lisa Ann.
We're all mad. We're in computer class. We're all mad. We're like, man, this is bullshit. This is not what we were expecting.
What we getting down to the wire here.
There's Nightmare on Elm Street.
Oh, the first Nightmare on Elm Street.
It's like the third last one. That one.
Yeah, that's a good movie. Dude, that's a creepy-ass movie, dude. That
You know
one's
what?
so
I might
cool.
actually put that at the very top.
Yeah.
You know what? You know why that movie is so good? it's because in that movie, Freddy's not like a cartoon character.
Yeah, no, he was serious in that
Yeah.
one.
And they had all this science stuff where they're talking about sleep, and she goes and it makes you like get kind of creeped out because like remember like they put her under and she has this nightmare and then like she pulls out the glove or the hat. She had
Yep.
the hat in her hand. You're
Bro,
like, fuck.
Jason or any of these other motherfuckers just like this physical, right? Freddy was inside your goddamn brain, and you
Yeah.
had to go to sleep. That's what made him so fucking
Yes.
terrifying, bro. You couldn't beat him. You
Yeah.
couldn't defeat him. He was inside your fucking psyche, bro. Freddy
Dude.
scared the ever living fuck out of me, as a
Dude, that
kid.
scene,
Oh, same, yeah.
that scene when she's dreaming and the girl is dead in the school hallway and her body's getting dragged across the cement or whatever in the hallway. And then there's that one girl, like she walks past this girl that's wearing the red and green sweater, and
Mhm.
she goes, like she turns around and she's like waving at her with the glove and shit. Man, that movie's fucking scary. Like
Dude,
there's
oh,
like all
yeah.
these
it's fucking yo.
the boiler
Real
room
talk,
scenes.
That yeah, dude, yo, fuck yeah. I if I walked into a room and there was like pipes and a valve, I'd be like starting to get fucked up,
The
bro.
music is so scary. Like
Yeah, that shit. Yep.
1, 2, Freddy's coming for
Oh,
you. Remember that?
3,
Yep.
4,
And then
better
that-
lock
yeah.
the door. 5,
Oh.
6, get your crucifix.
Dude, and the ending of that movie,
7, 8, don't stay up late.
The-
Yo,
dude, the end of that movie is cool as shit because she sets all these booby traps. What was it? Somebody said it was like Home Alone, but it was the horror movie version of Home Alone. Like she sets all these
Huh.
booby traps for Freddy.
You know, it's another iconic
it
scene.
wasn't a great payoff. I will say that.
It was you know what? The movie was good though. It was very
Yes.
scary.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, when her friend is like flying around on the ceiling and shit, and her boyfriend is just like helpless watching her like get fucking cut up and everything. That was crazy. That's a cool ass movie.
Yeah. Yeah, that shit fucked me up, bro. That shit fucked me up.
Remember when she puts her hand on Freddy's face and his face fucking comes off?
Oh my
Oh, yeah.
god.
Ugh.
Bro, what a fucking yo. Yes, that shit.
Chops his own fingers off. That's crazy.
Is this what I think it is?
That's The Shining.
Is this The Shining? The Shining?
Yeah, well, yeah, the the Stanley Kubrick one.
Now, that movie is creepy as shit.
That's one of the greatest movies of all time.
That is
I
creepy.
can't see it with Jack Nicholson. This is one with Jack Nicholson, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
movie's
Or he's
creepy.
talking to the guy at the bar and he's not fucking really there. And then there's
Yeah.
that scene where like that fucking bear is blowing somebody and shit.
Dude. This
Yeah.
when the little kid running through the hallways of the giant fucking.
the blood coming down the elevator and shit.
You know what gets me on that movie is when he starts talking to the older black guy about The Shining. There's like this conversation that they have that's like it's just really it like gives you the chills, you know. It's like oof.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, but I always found that film to be kind of overrated.
I can see that. Like,
it's
see
not
that.
bad. I will never say it's a bad movie, but I just never found it to be like that.
The
good.
only reason I would say that is because someone showed it to me. We're like, you're about to see the scariest movie of all time, bro. Watch this shit. And me being me, I'm like, man, you may about to scare me than more shit than I've seen before. So I was already in that like defense mode when someone showed it to me. Like, this ain't scary. This ain't scary. This ain't
Yeah.
scary. But the second or third time I watched it, I was like, this is definitely a classic. But from my point of view, I just felt defensive as watching it the first or second time because someone tried to explain to me how horrifying it was, and me just being me, I just didn't want to.
Yeah, for me, it wasn't so much that it wasn't scary. I just think the whole idea with the main character was that he's supposed to be like a normal guy who slowly goes crazy after being
Mhm.
isolated. But with Jack Nicholson, don't get me wrong, fantastic actor, like we've been
Right,
talking
right,
about
right.
many times. I feel like the director, he kind of like basically never told them to be like, hey, you should kind of tone it down at the beginning part a bit, because if you remember at
Well,
the beginning part when
yeah.
they're driving and he's all like, I'm just like, dude, like what the fuck, dude? Like,
Well,
it's not time
there's
yet.
all these theories about that movie and the book and everything.
Isn't it
And-
based off of a real haunted place though? That's the thing. Isn't it based off of like some?
Well, it's
Uh,
based
Maybe
after a
wrong.
book from Stephen King.
I'm sure there's a lot of stuff that was based on. I mean, Stephen King liked to do that. Like he liked to
Yep.
base things on other things. That's probably true. But like that story, the way Kubrick told it is different than the book. It's not the
Oh
same.
yeah, no, it's very different.
Right. But the way Kubrick did it, there's a lot of like room for you to speculate. And this is what's so interesting and what I think kind of messes with people's head is there's a lot of stuff that you have a question, like you're like, is this what's happening?
Yes, yes, that
And
what you're
that's
saying,
what makes it
yes.
scary because you don't
Is he really talking to someone? Is there really
Yeah.
a ghost there, or is he just fucking demented?
Right. Was he always crazy? Or did he go crazy? Was this actually haunted? There's all these theories.
Is there a
about
reason
that.
he came here because he was? Yeah, there's so many
Right.
variables.
Was he
There's so
drawn
many
back to this
yes,
place?
Yes.
Because there's a lot of theories. Like
yes.
there's videos on YouTube where they go into this, and that's fascinating to go watch some of these videos because people have put a lot of thought into that particular movie.
Yeah, like I said, it's not bad. It's just not one of my favorites. But
I
I would
like
say
said,
it'd be
very well
more in the
made.
A category. I'm okay with that. I feel like, yeah, I
It's not
don't
as
get me wrong. I
scary-
love that fucking movie. Don't get
Yeah,
me wrong, but I
it's not
don't
this-
think it's
Yeah,
up there with us.
it's not as scary as like The Exorcist. You know,
No,
Bro, is The
that-
Exorcist on this motherfucker?
No, that's from the
70s.
70s. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Good God, that movie's scary.
I might have to call it a night because I'm about to piss my pants and it's 2:00 in the morning where I'm at.
Yeah,
And
Yeah,
I've had so much goddamn fun doing this shit with you guys.
dude, we gotta absolutely anytime you want to do it.
Dude, talking movies, games, this shit is fucking so much fun to me.
100%.
Thank you guys so much for fucking
oh yeah,
being a part of
no
this,
problem
dude.
at all. Besides
Appreciate
that,
being invited. Thank you.
No, thank you. Yeah, man. We'll try to make this maybe a regular Friday thing. Possibly. We'll see. Obviously, I don't get any fucking viewers whatsoever. That's totally fine. I've been on a
Nobody
YouTube
knows
for a
you're
long time.
back yet. It's gonna take a little while. You know, we're gonna
Yeah.
have to promote you.
Yeah. But Bio fucking Cyrus, man. Much obliged, guys. BMG was in here for a while and he had some great comments too. But
He
I know
actually-
he's busy
Yeah.
with a lot of stuff.
Absolutely.
And, we're gonna end it here. We had some other shit. Maybe we'll do this next time. Fucking NES
yeah,
games.
that'd be good.
Oh, the
for-
NES game
Um,
that is going to be savage.
Look at
What-
this shit though. Look at this list. Three
Friendships
Ninjas.
will
Remember
be
Three
ended.
Ninjas? That was that shit.
Oh,
You got the Matrix. Fucking.
given that we did the '80s, we should do one focused on like different decades.
Yeah, that's true.
Because
But look, I tried to look up 80s, but every time it's like 80s and 90s, and I'm like, no, I just want 80s. And they're like,
you know, if you really
80s
want
and
to do
90s. And I'm
something,
like, no, I just want 80s.
Chris, if you really want to do something fun, it might be a little work to do this, but do one for each year. Like
oh, that would be hard.
like all the movies that came out for 1983 or 94 or whatever,
Yeah.
and then just kind of go through those because we could do those fairly quickly, probably.
Yeah.
That would be cool. Yeah, for sure.
I've been
But-
I've been going off of this thing right here. If you guys are ever interested in doing a stream with like what I'm
Yeah,
doing,
I-
it's
I-
called Tier Maker.
Yeah.
They have all these things pretty much predetermined or whatever.
Oh,
You
okay,
can you can add stuff into it.
Yeah, you can make
Um,
your own, but
yes.
it takes a bit because you gotta like collect every single picture and all that.
Yeah,
I got you. Okay.
yeah. But nah, this has been fucking great, dude.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, yep.
guys. All right. Later, guys. Appreciate you.
All right, take it easy, everyone.
All right. Bye bye, everybody. All right. Well,